Hello and welcome to tonight's show.
Welcome to episode 225 of On the Bench, the podcast for scale modelers by scale modelers, all about scale models. And this episode is being brought to you by our latest Patreon supporters, T. Christensen, Daniel Lane and Robert Morales. You too can be like these fine gentlemen and help support the show. Simply go to www.patreon.com/onthebench and pledge any amount from as little as $1 per month. Every paid Patreon supporter gets a free OTB sticker and goes into the draw for the Patreon Wheel of Fortune. Contributions help with our hosting production costs and are greatly appreciated by myself. This episode was recorded at ScaleACT'25, run by the Scale Modelling Club of the Australian Capital Territory. Fine bunch of gentlemen who put on an absolutely awesome show. Of course, in any live environment, there's always some challenges in recording. To get most of those variables fixed. Anyway, sit back, enjoy, and listen to what we got up to.
Hi, I'm Scott, the creator and owner of the Scale Modelling Supply, Australia's largest manufacturer of home paints. Our premium airbrush reading paint is paints designed specifically for use on plastics with a comprehensive range covering all popular modelling series including military, aircraft, rail, auto, sci-fi and more. And not only that, but we also have a wide selection of essential hobby tools and then Infinite Colour, our new range of water-based paints for niches. So to check out our range and find your closest retailer, please visit our website at scalemodeler.com.au. So in closing matters, choose SMS Paints.
Hello and welcome to ScaleACT 2025. Gentlemen, how are we? Ian and Jordan is joining me on the bench for our inaugural. It's not inaugural, it's our first third show?
Yep.
Fourth.
Third.
Are you sure? We've been up here.
Actually, you know what? It might have been four for you guys, but third for me. Could be it.
And I'm going to say the place is absolutely buzzing and jumping here at ScaleACT. A whole heap of people still pouring in. We've had an interesting time getting up here though, haven't we?
Did we? Yeah. Did you?
Well,
I was in a different car.
Well, first of all, I had a cup of coffee stolen from me on the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the barista put the coffee in front of where on the counter for Dave to pick up. And this guy just walks past, grabs it, and goes straight out the door.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then we had some technical issues last night. I went to set up the PC and or the laptop, and the laptop wasn't working. So some frantic driving down to the local Apple store.
Yep.
Failed to resolve the issue, so I ended up purchasing another laptop.
Yep. Makes for an expensive trip, Dave.
Expensive weekend so far. But in good news, it looks like we've had over 840 entries. We haven't got the final figure yet. We'll get that later on.
And
but
geez, the quality of stuff on the tables is wow.
Yeah, don't.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really inspirational, isn't it?
Oh.
Makes me want to go home right now and start working on things.
Yes, exactly.
well, there's a kids' table over there, so you can buy a kit and just start cracking it open and working on it, Julian.
Yeah, I'll see you over that table, Dave.
Yeah, catching up with a lot of old friends and
Yes.
great.
Well, last night was a little bit muted for me because I was busy sort of getting things configured and everything,
Yeah.
so I didn't have a late night.
I think we all had a pretty early night last night.
Yeah. Though Saturday night
Tonight's going to be the night.
A little bit different.
Cut loose.
And we've got a whole heap of interesting guests all lined up as well.
We do, yes.
We're going to be sort of talking to them and checking out the stuff that they've brought. And some of the ways that we're going to catch up with a good friend of ours, Ben Flood. He's got a really interesting way that he transports
his figures, yes,
models.
Yeah,
So,
I was quite impressed with the way how he done that.
so I'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a bit out of the loop. I've just sort of turned up here and talk. These guys have been here till, since very early. You guys got here quite early, didn't
Yeah,
you?
quarter to 8.
Quarter to 8 this morning, yeah.
I've already spent money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
Bought a couple of figures from Jaddo. Spec mod.
You keep buying figures and busts and things, and you
Well,
haven't.
I started one.
Did you start one?
Yeah, I started one. Yeah, the bearded dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't say anything, even though I should.
Because the only space I've got is to do figures now.
Yeah, I know,
can't do
but I mean,
anything
like,
else.
you should really be like, I just saw,
The Quokka.
yeah, the Quokka. Yeah.
Paul Gloucester.
Yeah, Paul Gloucester. I mean, I see him here every year. And it only makes sense that he would be here again.
Yes. And he's moving.
He's
What?
moving?
Yeah, down to Victoria.
Seriously?
Yeah.
We're
Up
going
around
to have
Torquay.
Torquay?
Yep.
There's no model clubs over there.
No.
Are we the closest?
Well, we're going to have to get the Quokka on just to actually find out exactly where he's moving to. And holy dooly, to our right here, we have the line for swap and sell, and it is a really long queue for people to get in.
Yeah, people
So-
are sitting down in it.
Yes, that's how long the line is. People have got chairs, they're sitting down.
Actually, I find it interesting that they're doing the swap and sell on a Saturday, not on a Sunday.
Yeah, they do it over the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is slightly different the way other people do it. But
Well, I'll be heading in there when it's open.
well, it's open now.
Oh, okay. I'll head in there then.
It's been open since 9 this morning.
Oh, really? Darn it.
It's fine.
All right, guys, we'll be back shortly with a whole heap of more guests and interesting stuff to talk to you about.
Yes.
And Ben Flood joins us at the table now. G'day, mate. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Thanks for having us.
That's all right. Now, I specifically wanted to grab you because you caught my eye yesterday with I want to say, innovative way of bringing all of your models to the show.
Yeah.
It's called innovation.
Innovation. I've never seen anything like it before. And
How many figures or a bust did you have
I had
in that box?
Yeah, I had 7 figures, and then I had the Mad Max Interceptor at the base.
In a
That's
small
on
box is what, about a foot and a half?
Yep.
Square.
35 by 45 by 28, I think it was.
so explain to the listeners exactly how you squeezed all of those into that plastic container.
Well, lucky doing figures and stuff, so you usually get a plinth or build them on a plinth. So I've got something to screw into. So what I use is a small storage container that'll fit in overhead lockers on the aircraft.
Like a plastic one?
Yep, plastic and see-through, so when you're going through security, they can actually just look through it and not have to open it up to figure out what you've got in there. And basically, anything that needs to be upright, I basically screw from the base straight through the bottom, so the figures are upright. And then anything that can be set at, say, 90 degrees, I can put into the side of the box and just screw it into there. So busts that are on plinths and things like that can just get screwed into the side and it fits in like Tetris.
So kind of like stalactites and stalagmites,
That's
all sort of, and
pretty
Tetris,
much.
like you said. I looked at it and I thought, that's brilliant.
Totally.
When I was living in Perth, travelling the shows on the eastern states, obviously you're a bit too far to drive.
Yes.
And couldn't keep things upright, so you sort of had to come up with other ideas to make sure you can fit everything in and go from there.
Obviously, you've got to make sure that the bust is well attached to the plinth before
Yeah.
you screw it in.
yeah.
But
Yeah, you couldn't do it with an aircraft or,
No.
probably armour and things like that. But, as I said, good thing about figures is the way they're constructed and that. They're usually fairly sturdy and you can put them in sideways, upside down, straight from the bottom, whatever.
having a good time at the show?
Loving it. First
Yep.
time in Canberra for the show.
Yep.
So,
So I'll gather you'll be back again next year.
let's see. Yeah. It's a brilliant show.
Yeah.
It's bigger than QMHG.
Yep.
Slightly different in the way the setup and the different displays and things like that. Queensland tends to be a bit more club related with a lot of their displays. Here is more the competition related,
Yes.
I guess. So
There really is only one club display.
yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
Well, they
And
run
I
it.
think when I spoke to Peter about this once, the president of the club, and they were sort of toying with the idea of having other clubs in, but I can't see where you'd fit them in because they're pretty much...
over 800 entries.
Yep.
And they've taken up all the space, and what with the vendors around... We'll have a chat to Peter later on and sort of figure out what their plans for the future growth are, but they're going to have to start planning for it now because I think they're at capacity where they are now.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, you couldn't fit any more comp tables in.
No.
Anything favourite sort of jump out? Walking around?
The amount of figures for a start.
No, it's incredible, isn't it?
I know a couple of us guys from Queensland brought down a whole lot, but that probably doesn't help.
So my favourite one, I have to say, is that Weta Workshop one. That's just sensational.
Yeah.
Stunning piece, stands out.
Okay, what do you call it? It's like a...
I thought it was called
Mecca.
the Moose or a Mecca.
It's called the Moose.
the Moose.
But to me, it's like a Mecca.
I've got to post some photos on their Facebook page because it is absolutely sensational.
Another one that really I enjoyed, looked at too, was the Carl Vinson aircraft carrier.
Oh, okay. You
1/700 scale.
have to take me over and show me that one. I haven't seen that one yet.
You look at it, it's a really nice kit, but then you've actually got to scooch all the way down, and he's opened up the hangar deck.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the hangar deck is so full of aircraft figures, all in 1/700 scale.
Yep.
It is just, and it's all lit up. It's
Beautiful.
just, wow.
Yep.
You can see why it's in the master category.
Actually, I was quite surprised. I walked in this morning and over on SpecMod, Juddo's got all Calvin Tan's pieces there.
Yes, yeah.
Has he?
Close
I'll
and
have to
personal. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Have a
I'll
look.
have a look at
Have a look.
Yeah. And you being a predominantly sort of figure painter, builder, having people like Calvin Tan sort of, come out and help promote that side of the hobby, it's just going to be,
It's massive.
music to your ears.
It's massive, yeah. I've spoken to Calvin a few times, online and things like that, and we did the VMX competition with him.
I was going to talk about the VMX competition next, but go on.
Yep. I sort of knew him off, online, so to speak, and to actually meet him, such a lovely guy. Great to speak to. Hoping to catch up with him today, and so we're not in a noisy pub this time.
Yeah, we kind of took over last night, didn't we?
We did. So you mentioned before, Models Without Borders, you're on the virtual Model X exhibition.
Yep.
You're on the judging panel for figures. How's that going along?
It went well.
Yep.
I believe all figures are done now.
Yep.
So
How many
both-
figures were there?
About 40, I believe it was. So,
That's pretty impressive for an
And-
online comp.
Yeah, and all different genres, so sci-fi, fantasy, military, sort of small vignette type ones as well. There's a couple of really nice pieces in there.
And to have the likes of both yourself and Calvin and
Young.
Who was the third?
Young. From Young
That's
Miniatures,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Honours to judge that. It's just sensational.
Yeah, I felt...
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, that's exactly
Or
the word.
starstruck.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, two big names in the hobby, sort of...
Well, three big names, Ben. Come on.
Come on, don't sell yourself short, mate.
Thank you, but...
And I've got to thank you. You gifted me one of your older ones this weekend, which was
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, and I'm a big fan of the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
So, and you didn't know that when you gave it to me, so I can't wait to take it home
So
and put
both
it
of us
pride
now
in
been
place.
gifted.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
No, it's a thank you to you guys who put your time and effort into the podcast. I love listening to it when I'm at the bench. It's one of my favourite things. Every second week comes out, sit down at the bench, headphones on, and just paint away. And listen to you guys ramble on in the background is I love it.
Oh, thanks very much, mate.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
buddy.
very much.
Appreciate it.
Well, we better let you go because you're here with your beloved wife, and we can't let her wander around with the credit card unsupervised. So,
Oh, she might find a Christmas present for me.
Yes. Yes.
Ben, it's been awesome having you on the show, and thanks very
Always.
much for everything you've been doing.
Yep,
Thanks.
appreciate
Pleasure,
it.
guys. Thank you very
No
much.
worries. Cheers. And now it gives us great pleasure to introduce for the first time in the world of podcasting, 9-year-old B. Hello, B. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you, and welcome to the podcast.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So you're 9 years old. Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Sydney.
Yep. And you got 2 entries in the show this year.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what those 2 entries are?
So for my first entry, I've got a Spitfire. And for the second one, I've got a Cromwell in the Snow.
Wow, fantastic.
And they're really nice too.
They
I've
are
had a look
really
at them. You've
nice.
done a really
Yep.
good job on those, B.
So the Cromwell is a Tamiya 148 scale, and it's in the snow with a building behind it.
Yep.
How did you come up with the idea to do that?
Well, I really like snow, so I just kind of thought of that.
And what did you use for the snow?
So I used this sticky thing for the underneath of the snow, and then I used snow powder for the top.
Ah, that's a good idea.
Very
Works
clever.
well. Works well. You've done a good job.
Thank you.
Is this your first time in the show, or?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Wow.
So what do you think of the show?
It's really big.
It's really big, yes.
So do you have anything favourite you saw so far?
There was this old rustic barn that I really liked.
Oh, yeah. They're the guys from Queensland. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They're really nice, they are, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's going to be, we had a bit of a talk, and your next project's going to be a figure, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to do a figure.
And what sort of figure are you going to do?
Probably a military figure.
Oh, yeah, like 1/35 scale.
Probably.
Yep, very cool. Very cool. No, it's good. It's really good to have someone like you on board.
It is. So, where did you get the inspiration to start modelling? Was that through your dad?
Yeah, that was through my dad.
And what's your dad's name?
His name's Greg.
G'day, Greg. How are you?
Greg.
And is he a good dad with regards to models? He buys everything for you?
Yeah, he's a really good dad.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
And he's teaching you well?
Yeah, he's a really good modeler.
fantastic. That's
He's a
to
good
hear.
modeler.
Oh,
Did you hear that, Greg?
Oh no, putting the pressure on.
You're doing well. So you'll be definitely back next year?
Probably.
Good. We expect to see you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And of course, there's other shows because you're in Sydney. So there's the Illawarra show.
Yep.
For the March thing, we went to Tumut for a
Oh, okay.
competition.
Yep, yep.
Oh.
And did you enter some stuff there as well?
I just entered my Spitfire.
Right.
Ah, well done.
So your Spitfire and your tank, how long did it take you to do your Spitfire from start to finish, do you think? How many days?
About 3 days.
Oh, gee, that was quick.
That's good.
And
the
it's-
cr-
it's just-
Cromwell would have taken a bit longer, though.
Yeah, definitely.
and it's just using brushes at the moment? Are you...
Yeah, just a brush.
What, the Cromwell's brush painted? Well, I thought it was airbrushed.
yeah, came across
Done a
pretty well.
really good job
Thank
brush
you.
painting. I thought that was airbrushed.
What do your friends think about your hobby?
I haven't told them yet, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Good on you. You
Definitely.
get them involved.
yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully,
Yes. We need more girls in the hobby
We certainly
because
do.
girls have good talent.
they do.
Oh, there you go. It's definitely been told.
Now, we've got something for you.
Yeah.
There you go. How would you like a limited edition challenge coin?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's quite all right.
That's
It's our
it.
pleasure, B, and
Yep.
we're actually rapt to see you here and
Yeah, totally.
to see your entries you got in, and we wish you all the best for the future, and just keep on modelling.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
we-
for having me on the show.
And we expect to have you on the show in the future too.
No worries. See you later, B.
Bye,
Bye.
B.
Yeah.
Bye. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Steve Herod. Steve, how you going?
Good, thanks.
Now, Steve, I got you on the show because you're actually the brains behind designing the software that this show is actually built upon, as in the entries and the
Yep.
judging side of it as well. And I believe you're looking at expanding it now, so it's going to be something that's perhaps available to other modelling clubs who are looking to produce something, and they need all that back of house stuff managed by software.
Yeah, absolutely. So this system's actually the third version of a piece of software I wrote for the New South Wales Scale Model show, which is run by the Illawarra Plastic Modellers Association. And so that's been running for a couple of years now. But in the last year, I've generalised it and made it much more user-friendly so that basically a non-technical person can set up a show and run and administer a show without my involvement. And as part of that process, I'm sort of commercialising it for a small fee per show to basically simplify the entire process of running the entries, the check-in, the judging, and the results presentation of hobby shows, because most people doing these hobby shows are doing it for love, not for money, and there's a lot of time involved in that process and a lot of paper and a lot of running around doing things. So what I was trying to do is make this as simple as possible for people.
And as somebody who actually used the system to enter models into this year's competition for ScaleACT, I found it very simple to use. It was quite straightforward, really.
Yeah.
Where does the back end of it sit on? Does it sit on a server somewhere in Australia? Or?
Yeah, it's based here in Australia. The backup system is based in the United States, but it is based here in Australia. And it's all hosted, so you don't need to install anything on your computers. It works on any laptop, any web browser, any mobile phone or tablet. So typically what people are doing is they're setting the show up on a desktop computer, and then they're doing the judging with their mobile phones or their tablets. Yep.
Right, okay. And if somebody else in another part of the world wanted to tap in and use it, it would be fairly seamless for them to do that?
The only limitation would be at the moment it works in English.
Right.
I haven't done any other language, so hopefully your listeners are fluent in English and willing to run the system in that language. But absolutely, it's got a flexible model that permits you to set up your categories, to set up awards at all sorts of different levels. So I've tried to make this, to handle every conceivable way that people think. The one thing it doesn't do is it doesn't put the judging rubric into the system, because that's often incredibly labour intensive to be doing data entry for.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's intended to be flexible so that you can set it up any way you want.
Wonderful. If people want some more information about this, how can they reach out to you, Steve?
If you go to hobbyshow.org on the website there, you'll see what is a fairly basic marketing site, but you can contact me through that, or you can find me via my email address, which is Stephen with a V at herod.me.
Fantastic, Steve. All right, well done. Thanks for popping on the show.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, cheers. And of course, when you go to shows, you come across all sorts of reprobates sort of floating around, and I happen to come across a very good reprobate who I'm well known to the rest of the guys out there, and that's Mr. Paul Gloucester. How are you, Paul?
All right, thank you. One of the regulars, I like to think of myself as.
The regular quacker. How the heck are you, mate?
I'm very good, thank you. Yes, very good to be here in Canberra. It's a great show, and happy to be back. This is the second time I've been here, and yeah.
Only the second time?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I've been to a show more often than you.
Oh, well, I'm catching up.
It is a fantastic show. What has caught your eye out there on the tables?
Oh, just the quality. The number of kits is amazing, but the quality of the kits is absolutely fantastic. Just you look around every single table, and the models that you see on show in all, both the master and the standard category, are such exemplary work.
By Australian standards, this show would have to be qualified as a larger show in Australia, but by, say, US or perhaps European standards, it'd be classified as like a regional sort of size, just to give people an idea of the size.
Yeah, I think I've said before that the Canberra show and QMHE are about the size of a regional US contest.
Yep.
Like Roscoe Turner is a good example of it, and a number of models and quality-wise as well.
And there have been some actually crackers out there on the tables that are just taking my breath away. So thankfully it's a gold, silver, bronze show. So I think a lot of people are going to come away with a smile on their face.
Yeah, I think that's the benefit of going to the gold, silver, bronze method, is that you can recognise a high standard out there across multiple entrants, and the quality here that we're seeing. I hope they do give out multiple golds.
Yeah.
I think there's been other examples that I've seen where they've maybe held back on giving recognition for a few. So I think that it's something, if you commit to, you've got to commit to giving out no golds, or you've got to commit to giving out 10 golds.
Well, I'm glad I'm not judging, I can tell you, because it'd be pretty tough to try and figure out, what's going to get a gold or a silver or a bronze. There's some real crackers out there on the tables.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Did you bring anything along this year at all?
I bought a couple of things.
Yep.
I've just finished building the IBG 72nd scale Spitfire.
Right.
So I've got it, which was a bit of a rush. I think I finished it the night before I left, but it was done.
Yep.
A couple of models that I had at Expo as well that I bought. And then I bought a 43rd scale car, a little Porsche 917 that I'd taken to the US.
Nice.
A Sea Fury that had gone over there as well. So a few old faves and a couple of new ones as well.
Well, speaking of the US, next year, what are your plans?
I am very much looking forward to being in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I'm very much looking forward to joining the contingent over there and giving them merry hell.
Absolutely, going over there. It's such a great show to visit.
It is.
Like this show is probably the most social show I know of in Australia, and anyone who's been to the Nats knows how social they are.
Yeah.
It's more about catching up with all your mates.
Yeah, it is.
Spending time with them.
It is.
Not just talking models, talking life, and
Yep.
talking everything in general.
Yep. And of course, winding up Kentucky Dave, it's sort of half the fun.
Oh yes, that's right. Well, I got to share a share house with him and Mike and Steve Husted and Mark Copeland when we were at Hampton Roads, and that was very good. We had a lot of fun in the dojo there.
And what happened in the dojo stays in the dojo.
That's exactly it. It should be on a sticker.
All right, Paul, thanks very much for catching up, and look forward to catching you around the rest of the weekend.
Thanks, Dave. Good to
No
see
worries.
you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Scott Taylor joins us from SMS, Scale Model Supply, our long-time sponsor, who we're very proud to have. G'day, Scott. How you going?
Good, Dave. How are you?
Good. How's the show been for you?
Been very, very good. Very good.
Oh, I can't get over how many people have come through already, and we're only starting day 2 today.
Oh, yesterday was just absolutely crazy. There was a couple of hours there where I was just off my feet. It's just like everyone just wanted to buy paint all at once. It was just crazy.
Yeah. I am staggered by how you seem to be having paints all over the world and constantly shifting stuff out. How's that going for you at the moment?
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the challenge. As you probably have said before, getting stuff shipped overseas is a challenging process. But the first step is actually trying to get it all made. At the moment, there's a couple of us that run the production lines now, and we're pretty much flat out all the time. So, that's the first part of the challenge.
Yeah.
And then the second part's actually trying to get it overseas.
Yeah. But every time I turn around, you've got like another shop who's taking your product on, and it just seems you're continually going from strength to strength.
Thanks. Yeah, we just put on Canada as a distributor.
Oh, wow.
A proper distribution network in Canada now.
Okay.
Through a company called Playmod.
Yep.
Who are also the GSI Mr. Hobby distributors over there as well as Bandai.
Yep.
So they're pretty tapped in with the Gundam scene in Canada.
Right.
So they're distributing our products over there now. The US has sort of hit the skids for a bit there. Hit the brakes.
Yep. That'll resolve itself though in the future.
It has to a point. We're actually working on a new shipment for our guys over there now, which is actually quite huge.
Oh, good.
Which is part of our headache at the moment. But
well, stay tuned. So come back on the show and let us know when that's going to be happening.
So it's back on soon.
Okay.
So there should be stock back in America late January, early February by the time it gets over there. And in the UK, as you've probably seen on the internet this weekend, our stuff's pretty prominent over at Telford this weekend. So it's pretty cool too.
Yeah, not bad from a little country boy from Victoria.
I know.
Now, I promised Ian this year that I would take him to the Dinosaur Museum, which I did, and we happened to bump into you there, because you go there every year, don't you?
Yeah, every time I drive through, I've got to stop and see what's new. I can't help myself, and then I pull into the car park, and then there's these two shifty characters getting out of this car, and I'm going, oh shit, that's Ian. Oh shit, that's Dave. Shit.
No, it's good to catch up on the Friday and see you there.
Yeah.
You got any sort of new stuff that's in the pipeline in regards to sort of new products or paints or anything coming down that you want to tell everybody about?
Not at the moment, because we're just trying to keep on top of everything.
Right.
Our last releases was the Chrome Sealer, which has been very popular. It's a new water-based clear that we've released specifically to work with our chromes to protect them for handling. Because, chromes are naturally a pretty fragile paint.
Yeah.
So we needed, and you can't really clear it with a solvent clear. So we needed to work out an alternative to remedy that situation. So we come up with this new water-based formula clear just for the chrome.
So how does it actually work? You just spray it on normally as you would?
Yeah, it works. Spray exactly the same as all our paints now. So 15 PSI light coats. Only needs a couple of light coats because you don't want to go on too heavy with the clear, because it'll dry fast on top and then create a skin which traps uncured paint underneath. So you want to do it in a couple of light coats to build it up.
Right, so if I've sprayed my chrome stuff or metal, how long should I leave it before I then put the protective coat on top?
Generally, with the chrome, it's pretty fast drying, so a couple of hours, but I generally tell people just leave it a day.
Yep.
It's always safe. Whenever people worry about when should I put the next coat on, I always just say, most people do a modelling of a night after work.
Yeah.
So do whatever you need to do that night, put it aside, come back the next day and do the next coat. It's the safest way.
Mm-hmm. And cleaning that product out, how do you go about cleaning it out of your airbrush?
With the chrome sealer, it's either water or methylated spirits at the strongest, nothing more.
Right.
But water's perfectly fine.
Perfect. I'll have to sneak over and buy a couple of jars. What's grabbed your interest on the tables? I mean, there's been a huge amount. They've had over 800 and I want to say 840, and we'll confirm that figure later on in the show. But the quality there is just sensational. Is there anything particular that sort of grabbed your fancy?
There's a couple of military diorama vignettes that there's a snow one there with one of the tanks in the scene. That's quite nice. A couple of ships are really good. There's a couple of good Gundams there too. And I say that because they're old school, really old school kits. So original 1980s stuff that needs a lot of work and love and attention to get it right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at them thinking, geez, they've done a lot of work to get that up to scratch.
As well as the odd dinosaur on the table as well.
Yeah, there's like 10 of my dinosaurs there. And there's a couple of great cars down there too.
Yeah.
Sort of really, really good, nice cars.
Yeah. And you've got a special going on for the show this weekend as well, haven't you?
Yeah, the super mystery paint grab.
It was like a lucky dip.
So what it is 6 different limited edition colours.
Yep.
Can't get them anywhere else. And we've got them all in little nice little velvet bags, so it looks a little bit shifty, but $10 a pop, and everyone can just lucky dip. And you might be able to pick out one of 6 different limited edition colours. It's been very popular. We ran it at South Australia last month at the South Australia Expo. It was very popular there, so we brought it up here to Canberra, and yesterday it was very popular.
And you're one of the show's major sponsors, and it's funny, sitting down at the desk, somebody's dropped a flyer for another show that's coming up next year, Rods, Rides, Rigs NNL, which is a show at Fitz's Hotel, which is a corner of Bryant's and Pacific Motorway, Loganholme, on the 30th of May 2026.
And they're up in Brisbane.
Yep, and you're supporting that show. You support every show just about, it seems.
I try to. I try to give back because you know what I'm like. I've been going to these shows for 20 odd years now, and I just want to give back in some way now that I can as a business. I've got the funds and push behind me that I can actually help promote the shows and get more people into modelling.
Well, it seems odd to have a show without you these days. That's how sort of prolific you are.
It seems like that, doesn't it?
It does. Mate, I'm glad you're having a great weekend, and thanks for popping along. And again, thanks for the support that we get from you as well.
No worries.
And it's greatly appreciated. And I want to again thank you for all the support you give back to the community, because you really do that in a huge way. It's good to see.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Dave.
And now on the
Guess
show,
who we bumped into?
Yes, who did we bump
Jody
into?
and Ben.
Husband and wife tag team, all the way from Western Australia.
Yep.
Jody and Ben, how you going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. So you guys flew in from Western Australia on Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a long flight.
It's 3 hours and a half.
Yeah.
Because we go the direct way.
Oh, you can fly direct from Perth to Canberra, can you?
Yes, select flights because they're for the parliamentarians.
Oh.
If you go on the parliamentarian Qantas flight, you get to come direct.
Oh.
Every other flight is via Melbourne or Sydney, and it takes 8 hours.
Oh, no thanks. You may as well fly to Japan at that time.
Yeah.
It's $200 cheaper to fly to Japan.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Well, then you need to obviously go to Shikazawa. Shikazawa. That was the show in Japan.
We've been there twice.
You have been there. You were there this year, I believe. Yeah. I was quite jealous watching all the lovely pictures that you're posting of your. Because you went just not for the show. You went for a big holiday and did a big tour around Japan as well.
We went for 2 weeks, I think, this time. So we went for the show in Shizuoka, and we also went to Nagoya and did around Nagoya. So we did like the Shinkansen Museum.
Yep.
And Legoland and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, okay, I'm jealous now. All right. What have you brought with you guys? Let me start again. What have you guys brought with you to the show this time?
Well, I didn't make the 5. I bought 3. So I bought a Gundam, I bought a car.
Right. Oh.
And I bought a Machina Krieger, a very tiny Machina Krieger.
And what about you, Ben?
I just bought the one, so I bought the Master Grade Barbator.
Nice. They've got to try harder. Between them, only 4 kits. That is not good. Anyway, we can work on that.
Yep.
Now, apparently, you got the story to share with us.
Yes. Yes, mate. Yeah, I had a good chat with Jody about her granddad.
Oh, yeah. I bought a Spitfire.
Yep.
Because my grandfather, during the war, he had a wartime occupation, so he had to design the wings of the Spitfires and the bombers.
Really?
Yeah.
So he worked in the UK?
Yep.
And he was working for Supermarine.
I don't know who he worked for, but
Right.
this is just stories from my grandmother. So, like, yeah, so he designed the wings, and so he wasn't allowed to join the forces.
Okay.
But obviously he wanted to because he was a young man. So when he would walk around, people would be like, "Why are you here? Why aren't you off fighting?" Because obviously no one knew the job that they were doing.
Yep.
So he would go to other villages to try and sign up, and they had a poster up of him saying, "Don't sign this man up."
So was he like a draftsman or an engineer or something? Or?
It's an engineer.
Right, okay. Right. Well, that's a pretty cool connection.
That's a very cool connection,
On the
isn't it?
basis of that, have you actually purchased a Qatari Spitfire now?
I actually
Tried to.
but they've only got cash at the moment.
And the
ATM
ATM
is down, and I spent all my cash at the buy, swap, and sell this morning.
Oh.
So if I'd gone there first, then yes, but I will buy one. I bought a little second-hand one as well from the buy, swap, sell, a little Spitfire.
Yeah, but you can buy a Qatari. You can't,
Yeah,
you can't not buy.
You can't go past Qatari.
Since I spoke to one of the Qatari reps last night at the pub, I kind of have to.
So how you finding the show, guys?
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
Lots of entries and lots of good quality.
Oh, the quality's just insane, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the figure painters.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The bus. Yeah. very
Yes.
How's your wallet holding up, Ben?
It's a bit lighter now.
So who makes the decisions as who's going to buy something and who's not going to buy something?
good. I bought all the cash.
Oh, okay.
I sold a bunch of my Gunpla at Wasmix at their buy, swap, and sell.
Right.
And everyone gave me cash even though I was prepared with the square pay. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll take this cash to another buy, swap, sell and buy more stuff.
Why not?
All right, guys, thanks for everyone being on the show. Enjoy
Yes.
the rest of the weekend, and hopefully we might see you tonight at the pub somewhere.
Maybe.
All right, no worries.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
you later.
guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
James Kennedy, welcome to On the Bench. This is your first model show, I believe.
It certainly is, and I've got to say I'm a mix of overwhelmed, overjoyed, and other words with over in front of them.
Who managed to drag you along to this show?
Well, Gavin Cross has corrupted me into this.
Gavin Cross, so we're
yes,
going to blame you.
Gav. And mind you, it didn't take too much pushing.
Yeah. So you say it's your first show. You're based locally, or?
I'm based up in the Newcastle area, so just north of Newcastle, about a 10-15 minute drive north of the Williamtown Airport, where the F-35s buzzes daily.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you been building recently, or you're back to the hobby, or first time builder, or what's your story in regards to building models?
Yes, well, I think I started back when I was a young fella, when glue was stringy, plastic was very soft and flexible. Probably was something that came in a plastic bag that had a staple on it, and that was back in the good old days.
Yeah.
I went away from the hobby for a long time, and I went into woodwork and other sort of creative pursuits. And then my son was given a fairy swordfish by my father-in-law. I thought, I want to have a bit of that. So I bought a little Spitfire to make alongside it with him, a little tiny thing. And it was all hand rushing at the time.
Yep.
And my son got about halfway through it, and of course it was a bit of an ask for my son to do something as complicated as that. So I ended up finishing it off, and I thought, this is a bit of fun. So I bought him another kit. He didn't have a bar of it, so I finished it, and then I finished another one. And the next thing I know, I've got a stash that'll probably keep me going until it's not quite Ian's sort of standard, but I've got a healthy stash and a healthy passion for it now.
Yeah, right.
That was about 4 years ago.
Right. So you say this is the first time you're entering anything in the competition as well?
Yes, it is. It's the first time I've entered anything in any competition. And I was inspired by you guys, bring 5 kits along, so I went through, and I've got the second kit that I ever did since I got back into it. It's on one of the tables here. It's a trumpeter Seafang.
Right.
Yep. And I've got one of the most recent ones that I've done as well. So probably the representations over the last 3.5 years of my return to the hobby out on the tables today.
And a bit about this show is they have a rookie, standard, and master. So for the first time entrant, you can sort of just go in as a rookie and test the waters, so to speak.
Yes, I've gone in as a rookie. I feel like an absolute rookie. What do they say? It's like drinking from a fire hose. I'm just sitting here, and all this knowledge and just the immersion in this stuff is a mix of overwhelming and just fantastic at the same time, and very inspiring. Yeah.
So, to other people who are out there perhaps listening to this have never been to a model show before, what would be your sort of words of wisdom to them?
Words of wisdom, that's a big call. Oh, what words? I'll just go with words. Get along to it. Just get along to it, open your mind, and I think have a look around at stuff that you may not be interested in, but just ignites a little bit of a spark.
Yeah.
And you go, what would you like to get from the stash over here? We've got all sorts of kits around. What was it, 2,500 kits in the swap and sell?
Yeah.
And I just walked through there and I went, I need that in my life. I want that one there, and I got that one there. I think I walked out with 6 kits, and probably 3 of them weren't really anything that I'd built before. So just come along and immerse yourself in it, and just see what lights the fire.
But the important thing is to have a crack, though, isn't it?
Have a crack.
Yeah.
Have a crack. I'm pretty self-conscious, and I've got to say, Clayton Knockerby pulled me up on it last night, and good on him. He said, stop apologising for that kit not being right. Just do your best and just have a throw. It's not about competing against others necessarily. It's about your journey in the hobby, and just have a throw at it. And for me, being a more senior gentleman these days, I think it's more about a bit of mental health. It's about just being able to turn your mind off what it is that gives you the stress and pressures in life, and just having a bit of fun.
And it's fun. That's the main thing, isn't it?
It's fun. It's fun. I sit down in there in my little man cave, and everything else just melts away. It's just fun.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, thanks for coming along. Appreciate you sort of coming behind the microphone and sort of sharing a short little journey, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
No worries. Bye. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce John Mishka, who, if you're an Australian armour builder, your name is legendary in the community.
Thank you.
John used to run a company called Mouse House, which used to specialise in producing, you did colour coats for Australian armour, you did add-ons and additions for different, to make kits Australian armour. But as well as that, you produce a fantastic collection of books called Military Briefs.
That's correct.
And we're up to number 8, the latest one, which is Australian M113A1 in South Vietnam, 65 to 72. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we've been very remiss in taking nearly 200 episodes or 240 episodes before actually getting you on.
I try to keep a low profile.
So, John, let's first of all talk about what you prefer building. What really sort of gets your juices flowing in regards to model building?
Yeah, when I first started out as a little kid, I did World War II stuff in 76 scale, and then went to NATO vehicles in HO scale, and then Israeli vehicles in HO scale. Then my eyes took a turn for the worst, and I started to build 35 scale stuff in about 1990. Being of Polish heritage, I tended to go that way, but the Polish tanks of the early war were hard to come by, so I started doing Shermans, things like that. And then got focused on Australian carriers. I saw my first M113, could well be 1965, outside one of the shopping centres here in Canberra, and fell in love with it.
And you've certainly contributed a lot to certainly the Australian modelling community, if not the world modelling community, with some of the modifications you do for the M113. But more importantly, certainly is the military briefs, these fantastic books that you produce that not only give detailed sort of coloured pictures, which are perhaps not available anywhere else, but above and beyond that, detailed information as to even down to which particular armoured vehicle was where, when it was brought into service, what happened to it. These books are world renowned, and geez, we were talking about this off air. A guy came up and he said he was trying to get hold of one of your older back catalogue ones, and it was selling for something like $200, $300 US online.
Yeah, some of my books, especially in America, are selling for extraordinary amounts of money. The very first book I did was effectively an encyclopedia in its day of Israeli military vehicles, from first sandwich armour vehicles in 48 right through to the Merkava in 1998. One of those books was selling for like $300 to $400 US, whereas you could pick it up from me on the website for $40. So somebody's making some money. It wasn't me.
Now, the military brief, so you do the Leopard in Australian service, you do the Centurion in Australian service?
Yeah, we did, as I said, we did 8. So there was Israeli military vehicles, fire support vehicles, Israeli tank-based carriers, Centurions in Vietnam, which was written by my mate Shane Lovell, and I published it, so I can't claim any credit there. 4 was ASLAB, 5 was Leopard, 6 was Israeli sandwich armour vehicles, 7 was... Oh, I've run out. I don't know what 7 was. No, 7 is Leopard. No, 7 is M113.
M13.
From 72, so post-Vietnam, until they went out of... The 5-wheel carriers went out in 2013. Then they were replaced by those extended versions, ones where they added an extra road wheel, new engine, new turret, etc.
Yeah.
And the last one was number 8, which is the, for want of a better title, Vietnam carriers.
Now, your latest one, the Vietnam carriers, you've got some fantastic colour photographs in here. Where did you come by all these wonderful colour photographs? Which I've never seen some of these before.
Yeah, well, they just came from veterans. So over various discussion groups and putting ads up on Facebook saying, look, I'm doing a book on M113s, and have you got any? I'd like to include them in my book. If you give me a photograph that I put in your book, even if it's only one, you'll get a free copy of the book. So there's about 40 veterans who've provided photographs.
That's sensational.
Most of those I've never seen.
Yeah.
I mean, some are classics.
Yeah.
You know, and previous to writing the book and getting people to help with their photos, there were, as far as I was concerned, there were very few photographs of M113s at Coral and Balmoral.
Yeah.
And I pursued, I found a picture on the net of some carriers at Balmoral, pursued that, tracked down the guy. He had 700 photographs, which didn't all go in the book.
No, you were running a room.
Well, that's right, but there's photographs at Coral. I mean, when's the last time you saw a photograph of Australian historical battle?
Yeah.
And I mean, even Long Tan, there's a couple of photographs.
Yep.
You know, the guy's pointing to, these are the bullets that were fired at me while I was in the carrier at Long Tan. You know,
Yep.
there's a lot of cool photographs in here.
Yep.
The idea of that book was to track every carrier that went from Australia to Vietnam, track it while it was there, and then track it on the way home. Now, a lot of gaps. You know, I can trade some, and there's typos in there. There's a report there. 2 mortar carriers should be sent back to Australia because they're over mileage, over 15,000 miles.
Right.
They were never there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So somebody's done a typo, admin typo.
Yep.
What also in this book too, which I'm pleased to see, there's some M108s, which for people who don't know, it's a self-propelled howitzer, a 105mm howitzer. Australia leased, I want to say, 6 of them during our Vietnam experience. And some of the colour photos I've never seen before, which is sensational, because it's a very odd sort of 2-tone green that they used over there.
Yep.
Do we know if that was applied by the Australians, applied by the Americans?
Oh, I think it'd be Australian.
Okay.
The American was this sort of
straight olive drab,
or American olive drab, quite different from ours. I think American olive drab was a more tending towards black, whereas ours was definitely an olive green sort of colour.
And Australia tended to use the M108, so I was talking to Gordon offline, and Gordon was saying we used them in direct fire support more than...
I think he's right. There were occasions where these were actually sent out like to the horseshoe.
Right,
So
okay.
Newidap to the horseshoe is, I don't know, 30 miles or something.
Yeah.
So they were used there, but then they were used as, long-range firing.
Just switching tracks now, to use the pun, you still use the Mouse House banner, but the Mouse House used to also do a lot of aftermarket stuff and a lot of colour coats. That's now gone by, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's lamented by a lot of Australian armour builders.
I've had a lot of calls for olive drab, lustreless.
Yeah.
I was lucky to find a guy who could actually give me authentic old paint in a tin.
Yeah.
And I had that matched by a paint company that apparently did work for Saving Private Ryan to match colours.
Yeah.
And we used to decant that into little Humbrol tinlets.
All right.
And sell them that way.
Yep.
So the idea was always, if I've done a book, I'm going to produce add-on kits so that you can build an M113 or a Centurion.
Yep. That you see in the book.
You can do it on page 74. I want to build that one.
Yep.
I've got the bits. I've got the decals for it.
Yep.
And eventually got the paint.
Yep.
So all the Mouse House decals are available through Jeff the Decal Man.
And you also used to do those masks as well, the brass masks as well.
Yeah. We I can't think what the guy's name is because it's a condition of old age.
Don't join the club.
There was a guy who did those three masks, then we did a couple of extras.
Yeah.
I was able to visit 57 RAR a couple of times and try to understand their marking system, so we made up a new fret.
Yep.
So when this guy decided instead of being a public servant he's going to join the army, he was young enough to, he didn't want to do this stuff anymore, so I bought the masks off him.
Yep.
And as I said, made a couple more after that. It was an easy way because, if you have the mask, you can mask anything in the unit. All the shapes are there. You buy a decal, you can do 4 vehicles, and they're all different. You can't do, the first vehicle in the troop, the second and the third and the fourth, whereas with a mask you could.
You could, yeah.
Some of the masks were so bloody tiny.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
1/16 scale seems to be a huge growing part of our hobby now, and we're lucky enough at this show to have the fantastic fire support vehicle that was built by Stuart Rolfe, a good friend of ours. It's amazing now, and I'm thinking of people of our age who even 1/35 scale or 48 scale is getting a bit too small for them now. 1/16 scale is looking very interesting.
I think my fingers have grown with the rest of my body. I have trouble even doing some 35 scale stuff now because some of the pieces that they want to reproduce in either plastic, it's so fine. I don't work with fingers anymore. I work with tweezers. Like scissor hands.
Yes.
Good. We did a little bit of 1/16. We had the 1/16 Leopard Australia, or the Leopard that you could buy from Tamiya, and we did a full conversion set for that. Fridge, turret basket, and all of that, but that was the only one at the time.
Yeah.
So that's getting now 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
There's so much more now. You can get, I believe, you can get almost anything in 1/16. Panzer 2s, 3s, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
But the Leopard was the only one we were interested in at the time.
Have you had a chance to get around the tables and have a look and see what's actually out there? And your thoughts on the quality?
Yeah, well, look, even when I was in business, all those masters that were made to cast in resin, I most probably did 20%.
Yep.
I had more talented people everywhere, in Australia, Tasmania and all that were infinitely better than I would. They would make the masters.
Yep.
Then I'd send it off to a resin caster who was a shitload better than I was and get it casted. All I did was do the instructions. Some of the fine works that these people do. But I look at some of the stuff there and I thought, I should burn most of what's in my display cabinet because it doesn't compare.
Yeah, it's very high standard.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
John, if people want to track down a copy of your latest military briefs, how do they go about doing it?
There is a Facebook page called Mouse House Books. Details are in there. I don't have a website anymore. Costs too much money. And then when they get it, they can pay by PayPal or Pay ID if they want to do a bank transfer. Send me a copy with your mailing address and how you'd like to pay, and it'll be in the mail the next day.
Certainly having a number of your military brief books, I cannot recommend them highly enough, especially if you're interested in building Australian armour or indeed Israeli armour as well. So go check out Mouse House Books on Facebook and be able to take you there and lead you towards purchasing your copy. John, thanks very much for popping on the show.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Stuart Roll from Black Hat Scale Models joins us on the bench. How are you, mate?
Oh, fantastic. How are you, mate?
That's good. And how's everything been for you for this weekend?
Oh, brilliant. What a great event.
Yeah, I know.
You must be scraping the barrel getting me back on the podcast again.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. No, what a great event. This is my first time here, and the number of competition entries is really high. And good standard.
Yeah.
And a great spread of stuff here. I'm
It
really
is.
excited.
It is. It's one of the ones you have to sort of put on your must-go-to list if you're a local, that's for sure. When I say local, I mean anyone from Australia needs to sort of get across here and have a look.
Or New Zealand.
Or New Zealand, yeah, they're pretty close. Well, in fact, New Zealand's just as close, if not closer, than Western Australia, so...
To be honest, it's probably as far away from Brisbane.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Kiwis, get over here.
Well, in fact, there's a big contingent of Kiwis. I think we're about 15, 20, I think, have all flown across.
That's half the country, isn't it?
It's half the modelling country.
Sorry, New Zealand.
I wanted to grab you because you've just recently got back from Europe and you went to SMC over there, but you also went to a whole heap of really super interesting armour museums over there as well.
Yes, I did. I was lucky. I had a bit of a one of those tick all the boxes kind of moments getting over there. So yeah, the wife and I were away with some friends for 3.5 weeks in Europe. So other than visiting SMC, I got the opportunity to go to the Deutsche Panzer Museum in Munster in Germany. Fantastic collection. So a lot of World War II stuff there, but they have, because it's well looked after by the Bundeswehr, is all the Cold War era stuff as well.
Right.
So a really good spread of stuff. 2 Tiger ones, a Sturm Tiger, a King Tiger, all in the same building.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That was great. And then straight after SMC on the Monday, went to the Overloon Museum. So it's about 35 minutes from Eindhoven.
Yep.
What a magnificent museum.
Really?
It's all about Operation Market Garden.
Ah.
It's got everything, vehicles, equipment, uniforms, everything associated with that operation. So from both sides. So wonderful. I've always had a keen interest in the Fallschirmjäger, the German paratroopers, and they've got a great big display there of stuff from that. So it's interesting to see. Yeah.
And were they the answer? I'm sure there's a third one you went to, another one. I think maybe I was misreading. No.
Sorry, no. No. I was trying to think, have I forgotten something I've done?
Well, what I got in my head is because you did SMC, the museum, and then you did the one up away from Eindhoven, the
Overloon Museum.
Yes. How do those museums compare to the ones that we got here?
If I wanted to use the Australian Armour and Artillery Museum in Cairns as a direct comparison, Overloon's about twice the size and with a greater diversity of particularly US equipment.
Wow.
So it's not just, say, armoured vehicles. They have service vehicles and camp canteens and big diorama stuff set up with life-size dummies and everything, so you can see how they're being used. So it's vast. The Panzer Museum in Germany is probably equivalent in size as far as number of vehicles.
Really?
They're probably on par with Cairns as far as the diversity of the World War II German vehicles.
Yep.
They've got some interesting variants of things, like their T-34-85 is slightly different to what you might see elsewhere or whatnot. And they've got the Cold War stuff there, so that's different. But in size and comparison to vehicles, very similar to Cairns. Yeah, well worth a bucket list trip if that's your kind of thing.
The only military museum I managed to get to in Europe so far in my travels was Musée de l'Armée in Paris, and that's especially like Napoleonic sort of stuff. You know, they've got world class display there of all the medieval, post-medieval sort of equipment that the guys used to wear, and it's just sensational. So
a lot of stuff from the Napoleonic Wars.
Yeah, and prior to that, and obviously post that, and a lot of stuff from the Legion. They do have some World War I stuff. I think they've got a French Renault tank there from memory, and most bizarrely a V2 sort of strung up somewhere. But I've got to get out. I've got to get out of Paris, and I've got to get out to sort of the bigger museums, because at the end of the day, that's where the inspiration for what we build comes from, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. If you're like me and you really like the 20th century conflict stuff, you have to get out and go and see some of that stuff in the areas where they occurred. I actually, just strangely, I found as we travelled through Germany, looking at the trees and foliage because we were there in autumn, you notice how different it is to what we have in Australia. You know it's different, but you don't...
Just an announcement, the coffee machine and cafe.
Yeah, you know it's different to what we have here, but it's not until you travel around and you look at it closely, eye to eye.
Well, it's interesting you should say that, because every time I've gone to North America or Europe, I always comment on how vibrant the greens are over there, and people look at me as if I'm, nuts.
Yeah, you look at the German camouflage uniforms from World War II, and there's some that have the autumn stuff or the spring stuff has lime green colour in it. Yeah. And you go, can't be like that. No way. And then you look at the trees when you're there and you go, right, fair enough, that's what it is.
Yeah. And because Australia, our greens are very sort of washed out and grey and
muted tones.
Yeah, very muted. And that's and you've got to pay attention to that when you're looking at the camouflage patterns that you want to do for European stuff before you do your weathering to sort of mute them all down.
Yeah, I think it's really important to see that stuff live, eye to eye.
Yes.
Because it gives you, as you say, that basis to know if you're going to do an armoured vehicle, for instance, a World War II Normandy campaign, what the colours really look like. It allows you, if you're doing competition builds particularly, to have the difference between, say, standard and master level weathering techniques.
Absolutely. I've been following your YouTube channel. It's always awesome. You just the most recent one was the female tank you just produced, which you're going to do it as a blown up sort of style.
Yeah, that's right. So we're halfway through that project. Obviously, I had to stop during October while I was away. I would have loved to have taken some things with me to keep working on, but I can't do what Martin Drayton does. I don't have that capability with what we were doing. Couldn't even take a model to SMC. So the other half of that series will be out shortly.
So if people want to catch you, obviously you've got your YouTube channel.
Yep, so you can catch me at Black Hat Scale Models on YouTube and on Facebook, Black Hat Scale Models. You can find me there. I post there very regularly.
Thanks very much, mate, for popping by and saying good day.
No worries, thanks, Dave.
Cheers.
Thanks.
And that gives me great pleasure to introduce Malcolm from Qatar. Is that I always get the pronunciation wrong.
Cautery. Yes. Who make those really fantastic kit sets.
Well, in fact, as a show special, there's an announcement of a new Cautery model, which is the P47D Thunderbolt Razorback, which we've got some diagrams of and we'll post. Malcolm, welcome to the show, and thank you for travelling all the way across the ditch. Perhaps just to let the listeners know exactly what your background is in modelling and what you do at Cautery Models.
Okay, I'll give you the 30-second update. I started off in 1981 with Falcon Industries. Then I sold that and started Ventura Publications in 1985. Did decals and short-run kits. And in 2006, 2006, I started doing a little bit of work for Wingnut Wings from home, and then in late 2009, I think, 9 or 11. It's a while ago now. Then started full time. I think it was late 2009 from memory. It's a while ago now.
Yeah.
And when COVID came along, it seems that Wingnut Wings couldn't continue. And not too long after that, Mark Robson, who owns Coterie, contacted Richard, so on and so forth. And so that's why we have some staff that were Wingnut Wings now being the core staff at Coterie.
And it's been a fantastic to watch the growth of this new modelling company, and it sort of burst on the scenes, and all the work that everybody's done behind the scenes to sort of bring what is arguably, and a lot of the modellers who have built this already are saying it's a world-class sort of model, is it not?
Well, thank you for your kind words. It's, I think the core idea in terms of designing the kits is to make them easy to assemble, and actually to keep the parts count down, rather than have 10 parts. If one can have all that detail, keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because I think modern scale modelling is more of a painting skill.
Yes.
And if we can easily assembly, you get to the good bit quicker.
Yes. Totally agree with that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the guts of it. And my role is I'm the decal artist. As you know, with Ventura Publications, some people have seen Ventura decal, so same skills. But and I think our group, the staff, our main interest perhaps is more World War II rather than World War I with Wingnut Wings. So it's a pretty easy fit, really. And I haven't had to learn anything new, just keep on keeping on.
Yeah. And the subjects you choose too are just amazing.
Sure. Updating or doing better kits of well-known types is well, it's working out well.
Yeah, well, I had to basically, as soon as I saw you release it, I've pretty much put my money down on the Halifax.
Oh,
so I'm already in the Halifax club.
Well, it's an interesting thing where it's an idea I don't think it's been done before.
No.
But, if you've paid your deposit and put the loot down, and what if there's a coalescing around of people involved to say, yeah, actually, this is a decal option we'd all quite like. And if like hundreds of people are saying, what about this, then okay, fine.
Get the feedback from the customers.
In advance. And also, I believe, 20 test shots near the final test shot are going to be sent out to people who win a lottery kind of thing.
Oh, right.
And then, so you've got people who are in that group to do with the Halifax, some of those people building late test shots and giving feedback. If you've got 20 builds and 20 people say, this bit doesn't quite fit, then clearly it doesn't fit.
Yep.
But if only one says, that didn't fit, and the others say, that's fine, well, you need to brush up your modelling skills at one time. that kind of
user
thing.
error.
It's almost like almost like the software version of beta testing, really, isn't it?
I suppose so. Yeah. But the making the tools is very expensive.
Yes.
So if the tooling company has not got something quite right, sorry chaps, keep going.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if we had designed it incorrectly, we'll have to pay the price.
Yeah.
But the test shotting is a big deal. Yeah.
Actually, the Halifax sort of, to me, it seemed like it came out of left field, and it was a pleasant surprise when it was announced, because a lot of those, the large RAF heavy bombers from World War II, it's always a Lancaster that seems to get the
Halifax and the Sterling always get put to the back.
Yeah. And whereas to my eye, the Sterling is a beautiful looking aircraft as much as the Halifax is.
Yeah.
Well, I think with the Halifax, if you've built, multiple Lancasters, and you're dissatisfied with the existing Halifax kits, get on board, boys. A good one is coming soon.
Yes, and it will be good.
Yeah, and you can have genuine input into the result.
Yeah.
So, and I'd always thought with World War II RAF bombers, having done the artwork for what was the Wingnut Wings Lancaster, the decals, I didn't realise there were so many planes with nose art. And with the Halifax, it's not that uncommon. So,
Yeah.
so it'll be interesting times for the Halifax.
Definitely.
Have you guys landed on the what nose art you're going to have, or are you still sort of that's in the works?
Well, doing the decal art, I'm sort of brought in fairly near the end. Is say if there's, I don't know, let's say for every 1,000 hours spent, probably 3 of those are me. You know, my part doesn't take that long, and of course I need to have fairly late test shots to be sure that my decal art will fit.
Right, of course.
Yes.
You know, my process is fairly low tech, in that you draw the line art, print out an A4 bit of paper, cut out the item, and then I'll wet it as if it were a decal and just poke it with my finger to fit.
Yes, understand, yep.
Yeah, it's all very low tech, but that's what it's like putting on a real decal, so I'm trying to imitate putting on a decal with a piece of paper and, you know, sloppy glue and everything. There's no digital element to it apart from the actual drawing in any piece of vector art software. It's fine. The test fitting, it's just like test fitting a decal.
Yes.
No need to overcomplicate it.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm just looking who. Sorry, I'll do my best to.
That's quite all right. The P47D Thunderbolt Razorback. There's going to be some discussion whether it should be the Razorback or the bubble top, but nonetheless, you guys are going with the Razorback.
I love the Razorback.
Yeah, same here.
See, I'm the opposite. I prefer the bubble top.
I'll just comment on subject choice generally. If you're going to do a number of Spitfires, or in this case Thunderbolts, you've simply got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So
start at the earlier one.
Yeah, just pick one out and rock on.
Yes.
And you know, the old Razorback, there's a wide variety of markings.
Oh yeah.
And you know, camouflage, non-camouflage. There's a wide variety.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Pacific War versions.
Sorry,
I'm a big fan of the Pacific War.
Hey, oh, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
paint up the Pacific War scheme.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea on a scheme.
You have to drag Richard over here at some stage and say, "Here's my written request."
So, have you settled on what sort of schemes you're going to be doing for the Razorback? Is it going to be European theatre, or is it going to be Pacific?
Well, again, as a general comment, the short answer is no. But because there's such a variety available, we'll probably try and have, you know, each of our kits has 3 schemes, right? We'll probably have each kit fairly closely tied to one theme of some sort.
Yeah.
Whether that's a fighter group or a theatre or a time period is yet to be decided. But as the decal artist, I don't need to come in until about the 2nd or 3rd test shot when they can give me really good plastic, and I do my thing.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Well, I'm just glad you did the P47, because it's kind of like an overlooked one of the main characters of World War II, I would say.
What do you think?
I think so.
I think it's well represented.
I think the P51 just gets all of the attention.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess with the P51, there are quite a few very good kits.
Yeah, like Tamiya.
Yeah.
Bring out a nice one in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Like with the P47, if we can improve to some extent on what's already existent, then that's perhaps a better choice for us as a manufacturer.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me speculating and what have you.
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
the guy who says we're going to do that.
Yeah,
The person,
that's all up to Mark.
Yeah, well, Mark owns the company.
Yes.
He's
His choice.
risked his, he's put up the risk capital.
Yeah.
So, sure, that is his choice to make, and he makes it. Yeah.
I think Mark's over in the UK Telford at the moment. As we're recording this.
You never know what might be popping out over there, do you? You know?
Yeah, that's right.
So, if the big boss is in the UK and the general manager Richard's over here, well,
Big things are afoot.
Well, you never know what's going to happen, do you? So,
Very true.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to have a walk around the tables and look at some of the models on display?
I had a little squiz yesterday, but so far it's been standing behind our desk, a sales desk, talking to people about coterie and taken their money, which is the good as well.
Well, I've got to say, you have got a fantastic show special at the moment. If you pay cash, you get the Messerschmitt 109 for $145.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's a steal.
Yes.
Well, thanks. That's a good deal. And the first release of the Spitfire, the Battle of Britain Spitfire, it's $130. So, and of course, you're getting it right here and now.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, totally agree.
You're not sitting by your mailbox hoping the courier doesn't smash up your package.
Yes, very true.
Yeah,
very true.
So, I will have a look around the competition stands later today. But for the time being, we're just it's 2 days of work.
That's right. Yeah. You're not here for fun. You're here for business.
I want to talk to people about our products as well as hopefully see some of our kits built up
on the table. Yep.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few of your kits actually on display on the tables as well. So it'd be interesting to see. Go and have a look at them later on as well. And yet, the table that you guys got set up, quite a lot of people are gathering around, checking it out, having a chat to you. You getting good feedback?
Generally, very positive feedback. And the main complaint, if you can call it that, is could you finish this new kit tomorrow? I say we are pretty pedantic with the test shotting.
Well, you've got to make sure it's right before
we'll
it's
keep going.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why the 5B is a little bit delayed is we want to have another test shot to make sure one particular aspect is as we have designed it.
Correct.
Yeah. I think everyone appreciates your level of quality.
Yes.
Thanks for that. Yeah. So
we do.
We'll just keep on going until it is correct.
Yep.
And we're patient enough that we'd rather wait for you to get it perfect than rush it into production with a flaw in it.
That's our attitude too.
Yeah.
And everyone that I've spoken to at the stand over there has been appreciative of that, and just accepting that's just the way it is.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely. Malcolm, do you actually build models yourself, or are you just more on the design side of stuff?
Well, I'll have to make a big admission here. I, like a lot of people, I modelled as a teenager and then got reinterested as an adult. But I actually haven't. Well, because I started Falcon in 1981 and then Ventura in 85, I actually haven't built a model to completion since 1985.
Wow.
However, all of my kits, like the vac forms initially and then the short-run injection, I would test fit them enough to make sure they were reasonably acceptable. But, being short-run products, they are, I wouldn't say it's a mission to build them, but you do need a higher skill level with those vac forms and then the short-run kits.
No, the vac forms can be painful.
They've almost become a thing of the past now.
Yeah.
And that, the growth of resin.
The good thing about the vac forms is you're getting the scale thickness.
I guess that's.
But also the bad thing about them is that you're getting the scale thickness.
It's too thin, Julian.
But I think 3D printing is pretty much almost wiped out the vac form industry now.
It has the potential
to. As the price of 3D printing has come down, the quality's gone up. Resin in particular is fading fast. Vac forms, perhaps they've been dead for a decade plus now. But there's the odd online group where people sort of encourage each other to still have a go. And of course, we hope with our new releases to further the decline of the vac form, the quality of our plastic.
Well, you're certainly doing that. So, again, very exciting news, the announcement of Cotteray's new model, which is the P47D Thunderbolt Razorback. The kit set will be shipping in July 2027, and that's pretty much what we can expect to see it.
I'm sure they'll fly off the shelves in the US.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not in the US. I think around the world they'll fly off the shelves.
For sure. You know how the Americans are when it comes to their own stuff.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the pre-order to jump online then.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, well, it certainly has been. It's been great to be able to announce something genuinely new and unexpected here in Canberra.
Yes.
Fantastic.
No, we're very happy. Very happy, Malcolm. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, thanks again for having me.
No worries.
Of course, you've got Richard and Jason to have a chat to later in the day.
Well, if we can sort of bend their arms, we'll see.
Yeah.
Malcolm, thanks very much for being on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
No, thanks for having
Thanks,
me,
Malcolm.
and it looks like it's a great show, and I personally am enjoying my weekend, and it's good all round.
Onwards and upwards.
Very
Okay.
good. Thanks,
you.
mate.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jado, welcome to the show again.
Thank you.
Always a regular at the Canberra show.
Well, it's so
Yeah.
funny because Jado runs Spec Mod.
Yep.
And he does some fantastic figures.
Yep.
And the in-joke is that whenever Ian rocks up, Jado goes, "Oh, beauty, I'm getting a new car this year."
I still
he's
haven't
not far
got
off
that new
it.
car yet. I'm nearly there.
How you been, mate?
I've been all right.
That's good. How's the show going for you this year?
It's good, mate. It's good. It's a good crowd. Look, sales-wise, a little bit down, but that's fine for me. I just like coming in, being involved, and being around like-minded people. I mean, the Spec Mod thing's not a wage earner for me.
Yep.
It never has been.
Yep.
Everything I make goes back into Spec Mod just to
Yep.
get new orders.
Yep.
So that's fine.
And you
It's
got
just-
some great stuff there too on sale as well, which is fantastic. And if anybody sort of catches you, because you're a regular at most of the major shows, so
Yeah.
if you ever get the opportunity to pop by and say g'day, certainly go and check out the stuff you've got on sale there. I reckon we're going to get more people tomorrow. I reckon it's going to be another big influx tomorrow.
It's a bit cooler tomorrow too. So
Yeah, I think that's got a lot
maybe
to do
they'll
with it.
come in then because they're not going to be able to go out on a sunny picnic or it'll be a bit too cold for 'em.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been following you in your journey on painting because you've sort of really gotten into the figure painting in a big way. And I've just got to congratulate you on the growth as a painter that I've seen in you over the last couple of years.
Oh, thank you. I
It's
really
been
appreciate
absolutely
that.
astounding. And the proof in the pudding is the awards that you've been winning in recent years as well.
Yeah, I've won a lot of awards, but truthfully, I've never painted to be that guy that just goes in to win awards.
Yep,
I
get that.
I paint everything I paint, and like some of it never sees a light of day to the public on Facebook or any of the social media. Everything I paint, I try to paint to the same level, and I always try to push my painting levels with figure painting because it's such a growing industry. And being influenced by, you've got Calvin Tan here. He's always been a major influence. And there's so many of the European modelers that I'm in touch with, and half of them I've never met in the flesh.
Yeah.
I plan to by trying to get to a couple of the bigger shows at some stage. But I'm always asking them and pushing my levels and trying new colours.
Yep.
But I've noticed if I look at some of the stuff you did, going back 5 years ago compared to what you're producing now, it's night and day. It's been a remarkable change.
I think what's helped with that too is having been retired early from the military, I've got the time to paint.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've got like a fully fledged studio that's separate to the house where that's sort of my go-to room. Like if I don't know, if I crack the poops or whatever, my wife will even say, go to your studio.
Go to your happy place.
It's the naughty room. Go there until you're in a good mood again. So, I've always got time to paint.
Yeah.
I do spend a lot of time with my family, especially of recent. I've been trying to make a lot more time for them. But, I'm always making time to paint every day.
Yep.
It's something I love, and it's something that just keeps me nice and chilled out.
Yeah.
And it's just something that just makes me feel good. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And there's some real crackers of models on the table this year.
And there's a lot.
Yes.
I've noticed there's a massive amount of...
is right up there. Yeah. So this year, like last year, I wasn't sure how the Master Standard won.
Yeah.
And I probably had divided thoughts about the whole Standard Master.
Yeah.
But then I went to Malcolm, and I've been to a couple of other shows where they've got that Master Standard.
Yeah.
And I got an understanding of it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
And at first I used to think people that enter the Masters just think gung-ho and stand on there. And I've soon realised, no, that's not the case.
Yeah.
You know, and like I was probably at the time too going through a bit of a mental issue within myself. So I probably wasn't the greatest time to say stuff about it, but I did blurt it all out to a few people who didn't like it.
Yeah.
But now I sort of, you know, and I stand back and admit I was wrong.
Yep.
And it just creates an inspirational field for those that are just beginning and those that are entering standard to look at some of the guys. And I was very reserved about going into Masters. But when I look at it, I sort of thought, I can't really go, well, I can't go into Newbs, obviously. But even standard, I saw, and it's not having tickets on myself, but I sort of went,
You know you've gone that next step.
My work's gone that extra level, and it's not fair just to put it in just to get a trophy or a medal or whatever, and I've never gone for trophies or medals.
No. That's like an added bonus.
It's an added bonus to get it, but admittedly, I don't even put them on display.
Yep.
They're all in a box somewhere. And like over the years that I've been modelling, which has been 20 plus years coming to shows, I've thrown a heap out. I just go, I'm never going to look at them. I'm not going to, and some of them don't even say what it's for. So you go, what did I win that for?
Yeah.
Yep, get rid of it.
You know, it sounds terrible and sounds a bit disrespectful, but
it's interesting. We were talking earlier on today to James. He's just back into the hobby.
Oh, Blackwell?
No, James Kennedy.
Oh, James Kennedy.
And it's his first show this year that he's come to, ever. And the fact that he got a rookie class, for him it felt like a safe place to actually put his models in.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
Some people, and I've seen some, look, I looked on the standard table, there was stuff on there that could definitely be on the Masters.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
a few good pieces.
But if they win this year, they're forced to go up into the Masters anyway. So
I don't think they can force them. No one forces it. Even Crimson Brush, which is predominantly fantasy figures.
Yeah.
They don't force you to go into Masters if you get a gold standard.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
And I've never entered in Masters at the Crimson Brush.
Right.
No way does my work cut it.
Yep.
These guys that do the fantasy stuff,
No, it's
they are insane. They inspire me to push it, and every time I push it, I go, nah, I'm still not there.
It's still not there yet.
They're definitely plugged into a different universe than you and I, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
But the thing is when you do it, they're not afraid to tell you that you're not quite there.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
We should be open to constructive critiques.
100%.
And I'd love nothing more than somebody to come up and say, I know what's wrong with my models. But sometimes I don't know what's wrong with it, and I'm more than happy for somebody to say, I see this bit here, did you notice that? Oh, no, I didn't.
I look at it this way, if you're going to critique someone, first, always try to give them some positive before you slam them with a bit of negative or some
I've got to
advice.
use an Aussie vernacular here, a shit sandwich.
But it's basically, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say
it at all.
Seriously. Don't go upsetting everybody. Unfortunately, there are those out there that do it, and, you know...
And it's not good for the hobby in general.
It's not. It's all it's going to do is deter someone from ever building a model again.
And that's the last thing we want to do. In fact, we want to do the opposite. We want to build people up so they come back and do more and more and more.
Yeah. I mean, Brisbane was a good example. There was a young fella there. He's only, 15, 16 years old.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Mate, that weekend, me and Jim and a few other guys from Queensland, we all chipped in and...
We did as well, remember?
Put a whole... Put a whole heap of
did.
stuff. And then not long after, like only this year, I sent him a random care package. I didn't even put my name on it.
Oh, good on you.
So he's probably going, you sent me this. There's all these reference books and a few figures and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's no way he would have picked it was me because I have brands I don't carry.
Well, you know what?
There's old stuff from a stash that I thought he'll definitely use it.
Yes.
He's going to know because he listens to the podcast.
Well, he will now. He will now. And I hope you used it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, good on him.
Good on you too, Jado.
I'm big on supporting. Even here, the Painters Guild have got a competition.
Yep.
So I donated a few prizes straight off the cuff. I just went, here you go, give these out as prizes.
Yep.
Whoever gets them.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And I do that. I try to do that at most shows where if there's a small group doing a painting gig and they're like a little competition, I go, here you go, there's a couple of prizes for you.
Yep.
That's great.
That's the spirit of the hobby, and that's what it's all about.
I'd love to be a major sponsor at an event like this, but I just don't think
it's
I'm financially in the position to do so.
You know, I asked the same. I quietly inquired, and I was a bit shocked. I thought it had to be on the podcast ability to do that.
And I'm the same. I'd love to, but I'm just not financially able to. I don't make enough through Spec Mod. I don't make squillions of dollars a year. Half the time when I do my tax account, it goes, really? You're putting this in? I go, well, I got to.
By law, I have to.
You do. He goes, but like, I don't understand how you're running it. You're not getting a profit. And I go, because I'm not running it for that.
No, you're doing it for the love of it.
Well, I just do it. I do it for the community, and I do it to bring in goods that aren't really available on the market otherwise in Australia.
Very true.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the problem with us down here. Down here, we don't have much options.
No, we don't. There's only a couple of small companies that do the figures. And I don't know, I think I am the biggest in Australia for carrying
I'd say so.
figure range, like as in like rural figure stuff.
Yeah,
like
we're not talking about
busts.
not talking about minis or anything like that. No,
like
proper figures.
And also the range from historical to fantasy, both busts, full figures, large scale, small scale, publications, and everything. So I'm very lucky there, and I've got a lot of brands, including AK. And everything. So I always support AK. Carlos is here this year. He's the guy I always deal with when I deal with AK. He's my direct contact. I just send the orders to him and he makes it happen.
Oh, fantastic!
And he's fantastic.
Well, we're certainly blessed having you part of the industry and
thank
as well.
you.
So,
I try to do my best.
You do a great job, mate.
All right, so if people want to get hold of you, you got a Facebook page?
I have Spec Mod Models products on Facebook, which you just click the join, and as soon as I see there's people wanting to join, I just approve it.
Perfect.
As long as you've got a profile photo. If there's no profile photo,
see you later,
and no interest groups that are along modelling, then I might be a bit wary.
Fair. I think we all are these days.
Very true.
I did have to change it specifically because when I first put it out, it was just Spec Mod Models. And I was getting all these young teenagers thinking I was a modelling agency. And I went, whoa, I've got to sort that out.
Sort that one out real quick.
Yeah, so don't get that anymore. Now they know, he's doing the modelling
He's just that old dude who does those weird things.
Weird painting things. But there's that. There's Instagram. I've got Spec Mod Models Australia on Instagram. And then obviously my website, which is just specmodmodels.com.
There you go. You heard it from us.
Quite a few ways to reach out to me and see what I carry.
And you're really quick in getting back to people too.
Yeah, I like to be quick, and when they make an order, I don't like to muck them around and make them wait weeks to get it like a lot do. I pretty much 2 days tops, and it'll be in the mail to them. And if they accidentally order something, I go, oh no, I don't have it in stock because I forgot to remove it or something. I'm straight away in touch with them with an apology and either offering a full refund or pick something else out. And if it's a little bit more, don't worry about that. I'll just
cover it for
you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's what it's about.
That's it.
Well, mate, you just enjoy the rest of the show.
I will.
Catch up
nice weekend.
We're catching up for a beer tonight, or you got something else on?
Don't know.
All right,
just got to see how I feel.
Apparently, the Bench Spoke is the place to be tonight. So.
Oh, okay. So after dinner,
Bench Spoke. I heard they're all going to the Grease Monkey.
Yeah,
Grease Monkey first.
Yeah, Grease Monkey first for hamburgers, and then Bench Spoke for beers afterwards.
Okay.
They're right next door.
Yeah, I just got to see how it goes for parking, and I think a lot of people are going to be turning up.
Just Uber it in.
Well, I'm staying on the other side of the border. I'm at the Bin Chicken Inn, Ibis.
Bin Chicken Inn.
Yeah, so I'm at the Ibis Hotel on the other side of the border.
Bin Chicken Inn. I love that terminology.
I can't remember what the suburb's called. Eagle something.
I've stayed there before.
But there's that big pub there as well. That's always pumping.
Oh,
went there last night. Man, it was packed. So see how we go.
See how we go.
So true.
All right, no worries. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me yet again.
No problem.
Hey, always a pleasure.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. And now I'm disappointed to say that we've got Link joining us on the table.
I came to pay my respects to the Podfather.
How are you, mate?
Well, can we do the sound test again? I've lived a life that's full. So, no, very good, thanks. The show has been a bomb. It's been fantastic. I mean, good bomb, not bad bomb.
Yeah. I've been trying to get hold of you all weekend, and now we're coming to the death throes on Sunday afternoon. It's the only time I've managed to be able to peel you away from your little desk you get over there.
Listen, I have one request, though. Whilst we're doing the podcast, can you not make eye contact with me, please?
Oh.
I don't mind operating in these close confines with you, but the hand on the knee is something I can overlook. Just so long as there's no eye contact with it, we're good to go.
I thought there'd be the hand on the shoulder you'd be more concerned about.
Wait a minute. Where's Julian and Ian? Whose hands are they?
Oh, my God. Oh.
Do not edit that out. That must be in the show.
Don't worry, it'll be staying. The Gundam display, while slightly down on last, beg your pardon, not Gundam display, they're all good. Machine Creek.
Spacey roboty things are you allowed to swear? That shit you make, mate.
The Machine Krieger display. Oh, hang on a sec. We're going to pause while they do the overhead. So they're finished, obviously, now with the voice, the PA system. Machine Krieger.
Again, they should have more respect for the Podfather.
Machine Krieger is slightly down this year on entrance onto the table, but the quality's still there.
I have already been lambasted by the staff here. Is that how we say lambasted? They came over and said, "Hey, how come the numbers are low?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm bloody here. I mean, it's good enough. I brought more books."
Well, last year there was a big push to have a lot of Machine Krieger, and there was a lot on the tables last year.
Yeah, I did try to give. It's hard to always have that production capacity because everyone we want to build a few different things.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I mean, and people need a bit of time to build up their stuff. I mean, look at all the planes I bought in the last 12 months. And how many have I made? None.
Well, it's funny. I bought 2 kits off you last year. They're still sitting in my stash.
They're good ones. They're waiting. So again, to the admin team of ScaleACT, clearly the Podfather is not pulling his weight on the Machine and Krieger kit entries. No, it'll come in waves. It's good. I've been past the table once. I've been so busy on the way out last night. A couple caught my eye, but I especially like it's a flying. It's a Grossenhund Altair model.
Yep.
Beautifully done, and I think I know based on the style because he's made some fantastic Gunpla kits recently.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's Luis from Colombia.
Oh,
who
okay.
Lives here in Canberra.
Right.
Forever. That's why. And I recognise his style because he did a fantastic green Sasabi last year.
Yeah.
And I really like that style. I think he's transferred that to the Altair. So sorry if I'm getting it wrong, but
Well, it's making a good story regardless.
But at my level, when all is seen. I couldn't say that with a straight face. No, but I'm pretty sure that was his style, and I really liked it. He really nailed the weathering on the feet. He had the cool flight pose, etc. So some years we'll probably see a slight reduction in some categories, but as long as the quality is up, other people will be inspired. We should get a bounce back. And I've sold it. This is one of my books going past.
Well, there you go.
See the book under
It's
that
your
guy's
latest
arm?
book.
It is actually. That is the newest one.
Yes.
Ghosts, thank you, but that was a
I know.
segue.
There you go.
The Podfather.
So,
behold the power of the Podfather.
So while we're on that subject, let's tell everybody about your latest book.
I'll try to keep this short because when I've listened back to our podcast, I'm like, Link, shut up. Get it more concise, mate. So I've introduced it's actually a new series, and it's a Workbench edition. It's because I was making some additional, like the kits you bought for me, the Mark 44s, and I wanted to make sure the new ones looked right with the old ones, and make sure I was being, nice and congruent across the details. So holding, the perfect spine, the normal glued book.
Yes.
Holding that on your knees is difficult for one, especially with both hands on the table. And no one's laughing.
And here we go again. So let's just pause there. 1 second. Rolling.
And being able to lay it flat on the workbench. I was thinking, man, if only I could do that. So I did it. The next iterations I made, a lot of the questions I was getting, say the tips and tricks and how to work them together to make a proper tool set and help my friends to establish more, build their visual intelligence skill. It helps when you can watch a model right from the get-go all the way through and see all of the steps, right?
Yep.
So putting all that together, I thought, I'm going to put this into something more like a military technical manual that I understand the planes and stuff used to come with. They do digital ones now, so I do both of them. But the physical one, being able to put something on our hobby bench, open it up, put it flat, and compare it to the model you're working on was gold. So I did that I was going through that process and kind of inventing this concept. I say inventing with air quotes, right? It's a bloody book, right? But this concept of the book, I'm just surprised it's not been put out before. So putting that into that format, and then I was able to road test it by making that next edition, the Ghost version, and I really was using my Hammer book out as an example to look through to produce the Ghost. I'm just really happy with it. And the public response, that's the real one. It's all great if you love your own ideas. Who doesn't like, wow, I'm the smartest man in the world. But if other people then are happy to part with the real praise for a product, is when they put their hard money down for it. The thank yous and the great work link, they're all great, but I know someone really likes it when they put money down. And they've been my big sellers today. And a lot of people are getting the whole trilogy of them. So I'm really pleased with that. Really happy to get it out.
Yep. And I've got to echo what you said. The spine binding is great. So you can just lay it out flat and just, work at the same time and look at it.
The acetate covers help keep it up off the bench because, we've always got all kinds of crap on it.
Yeah.
And being able to fold it back on itself without absolutely making the book explode, to only have the correct page up.
Well, look, even if they do ruin the book, I mean, they can buy two, one for their library and one for the workbench.
You are meant to continuously re-buy these books all the time. Yes. The Podfather has spoken.
So if somebody does want to get one of your latest copies, where can they go, Link?
So all of my stuff, the books, kits, paintonplastic.com.
Perfect. And of course, if you're listening to this in the future, you've missed out getting it at the 2025 show, but no doubt you'll be here in 2026 in Canberra.
If I'm allowed back, I'd love to re-attend. I'm sorry, can we edit that for I'd love to re-offend? That was a perfect time.
It would have been perfect. Mate, thanks very much for being on the show. Are you around tonight? Catch up for a drink?
I'm not sure my transport situation
roger
today,
that.
so it might be a little bit dodgy on that one. My apologies.
No worries at all.
I could have just lied and it would have sounded better, but my honesty streak has caught up with me.
Lee, it's been wonderful having you on the show again, and we'll catch up again during the year between now and the next show.
Oh, good stuff. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
And joining us on the bench now, we have the infamous Clayton Ockerby.
Gentlemen,
how are you, mate?
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
That's all right.
It's always an honour to come onto this show and be part of it.
Always great to have you here, mate.
Oh, thank you.
So you've been a man of international intrigue, travelling all over the world this year, mate.
I have. I've been very lucky this year. Yeah, we did Shizuoka obviously earlier in the year and just back from Eindhoven, a Scale Model Challenge.
Oh, so jealous.
Incredible. Yeah, look, it was an opportunity came up and I don't know if you saw the video, but it's kind of the year of yes, and we were lucky enough to sort of jump on it, and yeah, man, unbelievable, so good.
And I was interested because we were talking about this last night, and you're explaining how the shows are excellent, but how they're different. Whereas, so Japan's sort of more of a cultural sort of phenomenon, we want to say.
Shizuoka is a real event, and it's
carnival. I think the word carnival.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a celebration. And the families come out, there's bands playing, there's things to see, things to do, and that's Scale Model Challenge is like that as well, but just it's just different.
Yeah.
Japan is this massive celebration, and everyone gets involved, and there's so much more order in Japan, you know.
Yeah.
And I liken it to this sea of people that just kind of move up and down through the tables, and if you jump into that sea and just
You're
go
swept.
with it, you're good. You know, everything's good, and there's so much order, and everyone's so polite. And Europe was just different. You know, people were going one way, back the other way, stopping, which. Just an observation, not a criticism at all. It's just funny that the different cultures approach the whole thing a little bit differently. But both incredible, but both so very different as well. And the styles of the models on the table just so very different.
Yeah. So Japan is I think more focused on, I want to say, the quirky side of things more than perhaps we're used to.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Gundam and automotive.
I was going to say, be a
model,
lot more Gundam and automotive, yeah.
So heavily weighted to that. But the armour stuff and the diorama stuff is incredible over there as well. Probably not that, speaking from memory now, but not that many aircraft. There was heaps of aircraft, but that was probably underrepresented to what I thought it might have been there. But yeah, Gundam pretty much doesn't exist. It's SMC. I mean, there was a few. There was a handful in sci-fi models. There was a few. But just, completely different by that kind of way of thinking.
Yeah. And just picking up on what you sort of were saying also, if you get the opportunity to go to either one, definitely do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard for us being in Australia because it's
a fair hike.
It's a big commitment financially and just time-wise. But it's awesome. It's completely worth it. I mean, Japan's not so bad. You get there in 8 hours, I think it is.
Yeah, 9 hours, I think, from Melbourne,
Yeah. So we really need to raid Japan, send an Australian raid over there.
An occupation force.
Yeah, but the people I met at Scale Model Challenge would blow your mind, like all these... It was a who's who over there.
People you only ever see on YouTube and magazines and so forth.
And everyone's so generous with their time and giving. It's
It pretty much is modelers in general, though. Really.
Oh,
we all like having a good chat.
Well, I've actually noticed that this show this year, there seems to be a swell in that. Like, it seems to have sort of grown exponentially as well here. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. But last night when we were out at that bar, we
basically took over.
We did. We took it over. That hasn't happened before. We've had pockets of people at these bars, and it's always a good time. But last night was like...
Yeah. It was a different level, wasn't it?
Except we were missing one key element.
What, Julian?
No, Lincoln.
No, Julian was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Julian was. Yeah, he was just doing his thing.
Yeah, I saw Link. He's feeling quite bad that he didn't make it out. Link.
Oh, really?
I saw him this morning.
We'll get stuck into him later.
He's vulnerable. I think you could certainly twist the fork. But it was good, and people weren't like clicky in groups.
No,
and people were rotating to different tables. And we're getting complete strangers who, this is their first show, literally come up and just, introduce themselves. And it was unreal.
What was very pleasing for me to see the large contingent of Kiwis who've come across the ditch.
So good. Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
But and that's... Oh, sorry, Dave. Go on.
And for them, because I was talking to some of them and they say, because New Zealand's such a long country, so it can be just as expensive going from the north down to the south as is just to hop on a plane and go across the ditch to Australia.
Yeah.
So... and they're fairly used to sort of travelling long distances as we are because they suffer from a tyranny of distance as much as we do.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's really great to see a large contingent sort of dragged across, and Callum's got a lot to play for that because he's responsible for a lot of that.
He sure does.
And any sort of Kiwis listening to this, definitely plan your year next year to come across to
You're all welcome
to Canberra because just on what we've seen over this weekend. They say it's a friendlier show, but it's certainly friendlier than the biggest show, and the nightlife is just as great and exciting as looking at all the models on the tables.
Well, I think that whole Kiwi contingent here, that's testament to you guys as well, spreading the word, but it's testament to what these guys are doing here.
Yes.
In terms of their forward thinking.
Yes.
And it's the old adage about if you build it, they'll come kind of thing. And we do suffer from the tyranny of distance, if you like. But, people are coming. The word's spreading. They're doing it better here. It's growing. And, to see the international guys coming is so good.
Just a big shout-out to our further international listeners. Make the effort. 1 year.
Oh, definitely.
Especially Canberra. There's a lot to see in Canberra.
Yeah, there is.
So you can come for a week, come for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And that's and just picking up what you said, Clayton, it's testament to the club philosophy here about growing this show and, you know, continually sort of pushing the boundaries. That's what makes it so sort of, you know, or makes people want to come back year after year after year after year.
Yeah, I think so. I actually, like, the show is so important, but the social side, I think, is maybe even more important. And that's what I noticed over in the Netherlands. It's just a big social gathering. It's almost like the modelling secondary. Like, it's obviously the modelling's really important, and that's what we all do and what we all come for. But we come for the conversations and the beers and the, you know.
And that's very much what it's like in the because I've been to a couple of big shows in the US. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's the models are what sort of tie you together or bring you together, but it's the socialisation that happens during the event.
Yeah. I think that's changed a lot in you know, maybe the last 10, 15 years.
I think you're right, yeah.
It used to be so tribal, and, you know, everyone was so guarded with their techniques and information, and it was and not to say it's not competitive now, because of course it's still competitive, but just the willingness to share.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's
changed.
probably come through YouTube, in my opinion, because once YouTube came out and people started showing their techniques, these gatekeepers really, it was either adapt or die.
Yeah, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have people like you to thank for that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, pretty proud of the channel at the moment.
Yeah,
we're
doing well.
We're a whisker under 2 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well, we're a whisker under 1 million.
Yeah, it's because they keep, the YouTube and all that sort of keep sending you out the analytics and all that sort of stuff, and it blows me away.
So if you get one of those plaques soon, I gather.
No, you need 100,000 subscribers for that. I'm only about 26,000 or something.
Oh.
They're bloody hard to get.
All right,
but one of
listeners, subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. One of
Workbench Hobbies.
They keep changing the metric for that as well. It used to be you could get a plaque at 1,000, then it was 10,000, and then it sort of went up and up, and it's up to 100,000 now. But I was quite.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I was quite encouraged the other day because I've completely lost my train. Oh, sorry. I often feel that I'm not sort of growing as fast as I'd like to be growing.
Yeah.
But then I got one of these little metric feeds, and they said that I'm in the top 6% of all YouTube channels to hit 25,000 subscribers. In terms of growth.
Congrats, mate.
Yeah. So not to sort of toot my own horn, but I was actually pretty proud of that.
I would be too, mate.
Yeah. But everyone joined. The community's just so unreal.
It is. So anything on the table that sort of really jumps out at you this year?
I haven't even looked. Yesterday I was doing the Calvin Tan painting workshop,
which I hear was a raging success. Everybody's raving about it.
Honestly, Calvin is the nicest and funniest bloke you'll ever meet.
Yep.
And if you get the opportunity to do anything with Calvin, you need to jump at it. And I can't wait to try some of these new techniques and different things. And I'll be sharing it on the channel. I'm sure
fantastic. Yeah, look forward to seeing it.
He probably doesn't know I'm going to do that yet. But he'd be stoked. He'd be happy. But that was unreal. But no, literally, I haven't had a good chance to look around. But
the quality of work is just amazing.
Ian, you're taken by that scratch-built motorcycle.
Oh yeah, that blows my mind. That's next level. Like, no 3D printing. Everything's just metal work, including making his own guards and so forth. It's just
There's some really nice Harriers on the table too. I don't know
There are some nice
Where
Harriers
the hell
on the
come
table.
from? Where do they all come from?
Well, the funny thing is, like, obviously we all built Harriers, but other people have built them as well, like just independently. So the tables are stacked with Harriers. Oh, it's so good.
And what's next year?
What's next year?
We're still talking about it, aren't we? We've got a few ideas.
Oh, okay, for the build. Okay, I beg your pardon. Well, there's going to be a little bit of a shift. There's been a little bit of complaining that 12 months is too long between, builds.
Oh, really?
Loss of momentum. So there's a little bit of talk about trying to swap it to a 6-monthly thing. So, we'd buy a kit here and present it in Illawarra. So.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then buy a kit. When's the Illawarra show? That's in
May.
May.
but I might be in Japan again, but we'll see.
International man of mystery.
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, it's because it's not that expensive to go. We really need to organise an Australian
contingency. Yes,
100%.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan to me, mate.
Definitely.
Well, next year's a big travel year for me, so I don't know whether I can stretch to Japan. I've got Europe in January and Canada, then I've got the US in August. I don't know if I can squeeze Japan in between. I'll try.
You'll be pushing.
Hey, and you're digging me for being the international man of mystery.
Right.
I think he's topping me.
Only just. All right, mate. It was great to see you on the show.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a while since I've been on your pod. So
Yeah, it has.
Yes.
It's been too long.
Yeah, we've got to give the people what they want, Dave. So
yeah, that's it. We've got to get you back on.
That's good. I always listen to every episode you guys post up.
Thanks, mate.
Well, it's funny because I feel the same about yours because your show usually drops on the Friday night after our model club.
Yeah.
So I race home like a giddy little boy and
jump on the big
jump
screen.
on the TV and put YouTube on and watch the latest episode that you've dropped.
Yeah, nice.
And the good thing is I'm actually now physically seeing what I've been watching on TV.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Like your gun truck.
Yeah.
Love the gun truck.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just amazing.
Honestly, that gun truck was such a flop in terms of video.
Oh, really?
That was when I saw that the model of that released. I thought, man, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But no. Apparently, I was the only one that thought that.
You know what I'd like to see you do?
Go on.
Pacific Sherman with lots of spiky bits.
Right. Yeah. Well, possible. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And now I know how to paint figures. Calvin, so yeah.
That's it, mate.
I won't embarrass myself.
Yeah, none of these figures you've been painting with googly eyes, and now you'll be able to do it properly.
Yeah, I know. One cross eye and one bulgy one. And,
All right, mate, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, my pleasure.
We're going to get you back on again. We don't need an excuse or anything. We just need to call you up and get you on.
Yeah, absolutely. If someone pulls out or
or if we're scratching for something to say.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, absolutely. No, I love it. Always have a good time.
All right, good on you. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, fellas.
Cheers. President of ScaleACT', Peter Davis, joins us on the table. I had a slight mental blank then.
Third time lucky. But there's been a few edits, people, but we won't hold that against boys. Though. They've had a quiet night last night, so they're firing on all cylinders today.
We are, slightly. There's a bit of an engine knock with me somewhere.
Mate, to your club, to all the guys working hard behind the scenes, a hearty congratulations on what is an absolutely awesome show this year.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Like I said, it's not just me. Like you pointed out, we have a team of people. That spend pretty much all year, preparing for the next one. So, obviously we'll have a month or so off, and that ScaleACT subcommittee that do all the groundwork for ScaleACT, the stuff that's in the weeds. They'll kick off it again in January. So, there's not much rest, but we'll have a couple months rest. But the team, like you've pointed out, they work tirelessly to, make a warm, harmonious, friendly environment and, try and put on the best show we can year on in and year on out. Yeah.
You guys got to be happy just with numbers through the doors as well as numbers on the tables.
Yeah, definitely. So 840 were registered, and we always get fluctuates or dips off a little bit on the day. People either don't turn up for some reason or don't get something finished, at midnight the night before.
Or casualties in transit.
Yeah, casualties in transport. Like Dave's laptop that Julian dropped. But, That's what we got. That's what we got told. Did you drop?
No,
Dave's
I haven't
laptop?
dropped anything.
Oh, right.
But I can make up for it by dropping it.
Oh, right.
No, not the new one. Not the new one.
So 817 was the final number, which is outstanding. Last year was 789, so seen a slight increase. Comp entries. But the big thing we really worked on this year, thanks to the ACD government's grants program, otherwise would have been able to, financially do it, was, really get some local advertising out through local media, printed media through Canberra Times and some other magazines that, you see in cafes, etc. Spend a bit more on the advertising, through Facebook in the local area as well. And that's it's shown. Like we had a huge crowd in here yesterday. And today's pretty good for a Sunday as well compared to last year. So figures wise, through the door yesterday was close to 1,500 odd people, but some of those were family tickets, so you could probably add a few people to that as well.
Well, that's the next point I want to raise, because I've noticed a slight difference from last year. There's a lot more families, a lot more kids coming through the door this year.
Yeah, we've definitely seen an increase in that, which is fantastic, and we can see that in the ticket sales. Like when you see a family ticket, obviously you could probably add 2, 3, 4 people to that ticket. So the actual ticket sales is around 1,500 for yesterday, but probably add another 200, 300 to that for an accurate number. But so we won't get an exact number because of those family tickets. But like I said, a number of people pointed out yesterday, especially around just before lunch, we had a fairly big crowd in here, so it was good.
And the make and take table over there for the young ones is doing a roaring trade.
Yeah, thanks to
it's done that all weekend.
Yeah, the Canberra display paint figure guild.
Yes.
Yep. Apologies, I got that wrong, but they're doing it like a paint and take. The kids have been loving that. It's been full all weekend. Down the other end of the hall from where we're sitting, Toy World are also doing a similar thing with. I think they've run out, but like try and take home like little Gundam robots again, and there's a Lego and stuff there for the kids to have a play with, and a few other things. So it's we've really thanks to traders and sponsors that have done that. They've put a few more things out for the kids while they're here and stuff to make it a true sort of family day.
I think you're just about at capacity, mate, for what are you going to do next year?
I don't know. We're going to start putting someone on the roof or something. I don't know. No, but I guess we there's things we can clean up still. Like there's space that's not been, a little bit of space around the place still not being used, I guess, and we just want to probably refine a few things still, just make it a bit more polished before we look at going bigger again. But
on the grapevine, I know a couple of traders missed out actually getting in, so there's that side of it too, which is definitely growing. So
so we hit capacity for traders, and we've got 4 on the waiting list. So, which is. Again, a
good problem to have.
I'd rather have that problem than not enough. Exactly. But also, and I feel for those guys that couldn't come, and thanks for pointing out, pointing out that sort of stuff. So, pointing out. Hang on, give us a sec. Michael's throwing a stutter at me.
1 second, I'll just pause it.
Yeah, thank you.
Rolling. Sorry for that interruption. There you go.
No. Yeah, like I said, it's a good problem to have. And what I was trying to say was I thank those traders that are on the waiting list for wanting to be here, and and we do apologise that we couldn't fit them in because we pride ourselves on inclusion and trying to have everyone here that wants to be here, and and try and really foster that. A community. We're a community. We're not single identities. We're a community. So
big contingent of Kiwis who've come across the ditch.
Yep. So
there's a few of them at the pub last night.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So they're giving those schooner glasses a rap with the grease monkey last night. So we were practicing the pronunciation last night. So it's Kutari, not Qatari.
Yeah, Kutari.
No, Kutari. Yeah. Kutari. It sounds a little bit Italian without offending anyone, maybe, but. Richard at the pub last night was correcting us all with our Aussie way of saying things like Qatari or whatever, but it's Kutari.
Malcolm gave us a good schooling the other day when we had him on the show, and about the right way to say it, and it's.
But you do want to get these things right.
But not just the guys from Kutari. It's just the average sort of modeller coming across the ditch as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've had somewhere between 10 and 15 from New Zealand.
Yeah, I reckon it's closer to 20 actually.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's what I was aware of. So it could be higher. Yeah. Pretty much. There's a few people from Perth as well. So there's some people who've made, obviously the guys from Spain from AK here and Calvin and stuff. So there's people that are sort of travelling, and I'm aware that there is some more interest for 2026 from overseas as well already. So,
Well, that's good. I can't wait to see how it grows even further. We just slightly missed out on the hashtag 1000, so you know what? I reckon we're going to push for hashtag 1500 next year.
Good on you. Good luck with that.
How about you hit 1,000 first?
Yeah, you hit the first goal first. You can't.
Well, you can't do hashtag 1000 2 years in a row, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark 2 or something. I don't know.
But see, there was some retrobates out there only bought 1 or 2 models. They're in my gun sights.
Yes.
They're in my gun sights.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone's looking at Julian.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I brought 4.
Well, you're supposed to bring 5.
5, yeah. It was meant to be 5 per person.
I would have made 5 if my main primary build for this show hadn't fallen through.
Fallen through or off the desk? Or?
Well, I'm about to throw it to someone else, so it's their problem now.
Oh, right.
It got into the too hard basket.
Oh,
it did. People have been raving, getting the likes of Calvin Tan out.
Yes.
People have been raving about that class that he delivered yesterday.
Excellent, yeah. We've had good feedback about that, which, first time doing something like that. So, we're definitely looking at doing, something similar next year, if it was with Calvin or, potentially someone else, but, to mix it up. But, we're definitely, looking to do something like that for, those sort of people that are right into it and want to,
besides Calvin, we've got so much talent in their own country, which they're doing, workshops throughout the whole weekend, which is sensational. But there's so much talent within Asia, and they're only like an 8-hour flight away.
Yep.
So
and
they're not that far.
No, and some of them, once sort of Calvin, and once I announced Calvin and the AK guys coming, which was only probably 3 months ago, we got a couple of messages and are they coming? Yeah. Otherwise, it would be on Facebook. And then when they jumped on, the flights are too expensive now. So, we're partying in Australia for 2026.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
Yeah, so
Cool.
We'll look to get a few more of them down. And like I said, we do have a lot of, and the talent in Australia is growing.
Yeah. Is it ever?
Especially a few of us are talking about that last night at the the Knights of the Round Table. Probably in the last 6 years, the standard has really lifted. I think at most events you go to, and it's a lot more consistent. So I think kudos to people getting more enthused and into it. But that cohort has grown, I think, especially in the last probably 4 or so years, which is starting to put us on the map, Australia on the map. So.
Yes.
On any given Sunday, these could compete anywhere around the world, sort of stuff we're seeing on the tables. And you're right, and I was talking at the pub last night, talking to Clayton and all the rest of the crew. It's like the last 8 years has been, this sort of lifting of quality right across all genres.
Yes, definitely. And
Golden age.
Yeah, it's definitely across all genres too. Like you said, it's not just one sort of area. So it's seeing that improvement across the board.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's after the COVID, we had that big influx of people rejoining the hobby. And now that it's sort of simmered down, we're getting like some collaboration and some solidification to the more formal parts of it.
I reckon, personally, I think that during COVID, with a lot of people in lockdown, they started then, in my opinion, looking towards YouTube and other mediums, and then learning new skills. And then they've slowly been honing it, and we're now seeing the fruition of what's happening.
Yeah, and I guess during COVID, because we had to change everywhere, even people's workplaces, had to change on, change the way things were being delivered. You've seen an increase of quality on YouTube and stuff for people to look at and to learn new techniques, advance their skills, etc. I guess some of that was probably already there, but a lot more people were drawn to it because they couldn't leave the house and stuff. So they're looking for something to do, and were drawn to YouTube, and then suddenly probably realised the wealth of sort of information and stuff that's on there from. There's a number of great YouTube channels out there now. So I think there's been a combination of things of why we've seen that increase in.
And like these people beforehand hadn't built a model since they were a kid. And, and how much it's now changed.
Exactly. Yep.
And so their passion was still there.
Yes.
But now they've been given an extra boost.
Yep.
And it's paying off.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm still knocked out by how many people, even at this show, have come up to us and said, it's my first time. And because you guys have got a rookie class, they're dipping their toe in the water with that. And, they're having a wow of a time.
Yes, there's plenty of smiles and laughing all day last night, like the night time. It's good.
It was great.
And like I said, statistics are great. It's always good to to be growing and within obviously within reason. We don't want to grow too much and then not have the foundation and we have a shit year and have an ordinary year and sort of sort of puts people off for a year or so till they come back again. So it's it's you want to have a good environment, everyone laughing, have a good time is the core thing. Look after the people, sort of thing, and grow and have that warmth and stuff from there. But
it seems like it's a very steady sort of growth, isn't it?
Yes.
Very predictable is what I should say.
And we've done that on purpose. You've got to obviously you get this, people. There's the front end users. They've always got feedback for us. Feedback for judging, all this sort of stuff. But it's like we've got to obviously. It's not just the customer facing stuff that we've got to look at every year. It's volunteer workforce. It's the capacity of our volunteers. Otherwise, these things don't happen at all. There's no show. So you got to balance that when you run these things. So you got to have good good cohort of volunteers, the right people in the right job. Making sure that they're not overwhelmed, but then also obviously delivering for the attendees and stuff as well, and the competitors. So. It is a bit of a balancing act, but and that's why I said, like Julian's saying, it's been a gradual, sort of progression from you guys when you first came up when we were at the high school, across to here. There's been a gradual implementation of ideas and stuff as it's grown. Like the Scott from down at Illawarra that's helped us build this online judging system, which we've had
we had him on the show.
Feedback.
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Excellent. Yep. So obviously, listeners would have heard about that as well. But we're hugely thankful for him and all his hard work as well. And one of our own members, Jerry, that's been heavily involved in that as well with an IT background. So that it just doesn't sort of happen. So you got to balance that, bring the administration, the boring stuff in behind the scenes along with it as well. Otherwise, it doesn't. You can't continue the growth and success there.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, once again, congratulations to you and the club on another tearaway success of a show, and can't wait till
next year,
2026. Hashtag 1000.
Yes. 1,000. We're not giving up until we hit 1,000.
That's it.
We'll bring a few more tables this way, and then. I don't know what.
We'll figure it out.
We got other rooms. We'll work it out.
Well, you got plenty of space upstairs. You can put the traders up there.
Oh yeah, it's good to have everyone in one space. I'll see what I can see what we can do. But, anyway, thanks so much, boys, and to you guys too. Like obviously, huge shout out to you guys and all your help throughout the year and helping us promote our event. You get me on a couple of times a year, which I'm after the last couple of years now, I'm sure the listeners probably say, here you go again. But I really appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk about our event, talk about our people. And get everyone excited for what we want to be a fun weekend. Obviously, it's competition. It's nice bringing models along, etc. But we want people going home with a smile, boot full of new kits, and and had a good time showing off what they've been working on all year. So
yep, totally
no worries at all.
Thank you.
Right, thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. All right, as we come towards the end of the show, we're just sort of waiting now for the announcements as to what models placed where. And it's coming up for 3 o'clock. This is going to be pretty much our sign-off.
Yes.
What
an awesome show. It just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, I agree. I mean, I think there's still a bit of room for growth in this venue.
Mm-hmm.
They can squish things in a bit more and make it a really poppin' party.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like this comedy show I watched a long time ago, and they sort of gave this idea like, oh, look at all these cats strewn about the backyard, and they're all bored, not doing anything. But if you put them in a bag, and they start going off,
Yeah, well, it's certainly been a fun weekend.
It's been awesome.
Been great to catch up with all our old mates, catch up with some new ones. A big shout out to the Kiwi contingent that came across. That's a huge effort, and a huge effort to those guys who came across from Western Australia as well.
Yep, and from Asia.
And a shout out to the Satma guys as well, because they came across from South Australia. They were walking around with their stuff on. And we caught up with a whole heap of people. So we who I catch up with, Tor, Dermot, Craig, Dara, Andrew, RC, John Fenton, Sammy Pearson, Tattoo, Sammy Pearson, Craig Everson, Andrew Hass, Ray Davies, just to name a few of the guys that came past the desk and said hello. and picked up a On the Bench sticker as well. Yes, roll on 2026, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be actually recording next Saturday, so we've got to sort of change our cadence to sort of cater for what's happening in January with me being away. So,
yes.
So
yes.
we're going to figure
get
that
some
out.
episodes under the belt.
Get some episodes under the belt. And,
banking up episodes.
Yep.
And we're going to have a bit of a wrap up too next episode as to, you know, how we came in the show and maybe a bit of a
recap.
Recap. And yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And of course, don't forget, we will also have we've got a whole heap of listener mail still to read, and we're going to be having the Patreon Wheel of Fortune.
Yep.
So all that's coming on the next episode. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for listening, and thanks to our Patreon supporters. Without you, we couldn't have the show.
And big thanks to ScaleACT for having us on.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
See you later.